Okay, we're good to go.
Awesome. Okay. Sorry, I was making sure I had the right agenda out. So Amber hit record already, so we'll move on to item number 2, which is introductions. Right? Yeah, that's the right one. So I'm Cheyenne and I'm the facilitator for this meeting. And we are team number 1. And does everybody want to go around and do their name and then what role they are? Amber, would you go next?
I will. My name is Amber O'Neill, and I'll be the host for today's meeting. Go ahead, Paul.
Hi there. My name is Paul Martin, and I'm the challenger for this module. Let's go with Isadora.
Hello, my name is Isadora, and I'm this week jokester. Hi, Marina.
Hi, I'm Marina, and I'm submitter for this module. Erin.
And I'm Aaron, and I'm the timekeeper this time, hopefully.
Cool, thank you. Moving on to joke of the day, Isadora.
I got 2.
Ooh.
All right. Why did the fish get bad grades?
Why?
Right.
Because it was below sea level.
Ooh.
That's a good
Oh,
one.
that's terrible.
Why did you call someone who immigrated from Sweden?
Oh, I feel like I should know the answer, but I don't know why.
Artificial sweetener.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you.
My dad joke, sorry.
Those are great. So for the icebreaker, each team member should think of 2 things. So one thing that is true and one thing that is not true, but sounds like it could be true. We'll share both things, and then we'll try to figure out which one is a lie and which one is true. Paul, will you start us off, please?
Sure. Let's see. I wrote some down. Okay. I have my bartending license, and I'm 23 years old.
Ooh.
I'm going to say you're not 23.
You're not.
That's what I was going to say. You're not 23.
Oh,
I
let's see.
agree.
He has his bartending license.
I'm 23.
Dang.
What?
I was trying to give you some extra.
I get that a lot.
It's
Yeah.
the
You look like a bartender. I would so believe that.
All right. Let's go back to Cheyenne.
Okay. Let's see. I've worked at Disneyland, and I have been out of the country 3 times.
Worked at Disneyland.
Well, she's from California, so I think that might be true.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too.
Disney
So we know she's at least been to India.
No.
True. Ooh, this is a tough one.
I'm
I'm
calling
gonna
it.
say Disneyland.
Cool.
Sure, go with it.
Okay. I've worked for Disneyland and Disney World, so I've done both.
Ooh, did you go through the
India
college
was my
program?
first time out of the country.
When you worked for them, did you go through the college programs for Disney?
Mhm.
You know, you
Yeah.
seem like the type, dear, very animated in a good way.
You should see my room. It's
Oh,
like,
I believe you.
Amber, will you go next?
Yes, I will go next. I already wrote mine down because I had to think about it. I don't want to tell myself. So my first is that my favorite superhero is Batman. And the second is that I love Renaissance festivals.
I feel like your favorite superhero is not Batman.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I was trying to get a clue from your room, but I don't think so.
Yeah, all I saw was Paris. That doesn't really help me.
That doesn't help you much, is it? That's true. Okay. Did
Oh,
everybody
I'm
get it?
frozen.
So what's our answer?
The answer is that I do love Renaissance festivals, and stating that I love Batman just gives me a reason to rant about why Ben Affleck is the worst Batman. Like I wanted my money back, and the DC universe could just, it could collapse. It's fine. They just need to hand over Aquaman and Wonder Woman, and the rest of them can go.
I'm sorry. Are we including Michael Keaton? Because
Ugh.
and Val Kilmer?
I mean, they're all kind of like
white
awful.
cardboard.
I don't understand. I don't. It's awful for me. Difficult to even try and watch. So no, he's the worst in my opinion. Marina, go ahead.
Okay, I'm like such a bad liar. All right. My truth and a lie. So you guys know the Martinelli's apple cider?
Mhm.
Well, my name's Marina Martinelli. That's my family. So we own that company. And then secondly, I was in the Coast Guard.
Martinelli.
You're in the Coast Guard.
I feel like, I don't know.
I don't believe the
I
episode.
don't know. That's tough.
I would say maybe you're distant relatives of the Apple family. Could be distant cousins on the 8th or 9th side of it.
Okay. I was in the Coast Guard.
What?
And I wasn't, yeah. But do you guys know Natalie's orange juice?
Nope.
No? Okay, that is my family, though.
Oh.
Is that why we don't know it?
Yeah, probably. I know it's big in Florida, but I don't know anywhere else. Okay. Isadora, you still have to go, right?
Okay, I wrote a law, but I don't know. I'm going to pick one right now. So, my line of truth. I speak 3 languages, and I had 2 pet horses.
I feel like you do speak 3
I feel
languages.
like you.
Yeah, I think
Wait.
You said last meeting English isn't your first.
Can I ask a question?
Ooh, a follow-up.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know you live in Alaska. Where else have you lived?
Texas.
California, Texas, and Brazil.
That makes horses plausible.
Yeah.
Okay, but she at least speaks Portuguese, I'm assuming,
At least.
and English, and then I know a lot of people from Brazil who speak Portuguese and Spanish because it's all often interchangeable.
Changeable, yeah.
So
Horses.
So, I wanted a pet horse and never had a pet horse.
I'm terrible at this game, guys. I would not be winning any money.
wait, what languages do you speak?
I speak Portuguese, I speak English, and a little bit Italian. I'm learning more Italian because my grandparents are Italian. So,
Oh, very
That's super
cool.
All right,
Okay,
I guess. Okay, so I have held over 7 jobs, and I have 3 other siblings.
Ooh, I don't remember.
you had a twin.
Yeah, we know you have a twin, so that's
I do have
one.
a twin. That's 1.
You know what? I feel like you're in a basement somewhere, so it's entirely possible.
I'm in my garage.
Okay, you're in the garage. I'm going to say there are other siblings because there's a lot of space.
And then how old are you, Erin?
Yeah.
I'm 21.
Oh, yeah.
21. So you probably started working when you were 16 at the earliest.
Maybe.
So that's only 5 years, and 7 jobs in 5 years, is
a lot.
a good thing.
The high turnover rate. You're right, Cheyenne. That's good.
Okay, so I've only held 3 jobs, so I have 3 other siblings.
Yeah.
Also, my connection is coming in and out, so everyone's freezing for a second. So if I don't respond or it looks like I'm not saying anything, it's because nothing's moving. So I can't see what's going on. But I might have to move because it's kind of my connection's going in and out right now. But yeah, I have 3 other siblings. I've got my twin brother, and then I've got 2 younger sisters.
Oh, very cool.
Well, thanks for sharing. So from the last meeting, we moved the psychological contract onto this agenda. So I think I put it in the right spot. So we'll go ahead and move on to that. So we'll just go through, and each person is going to share from their psychological contract one of the strengths that they'll be bringing to the team and one of the areas that they want to improve on during.
I'm moving.
Let's see. Marina, would you mind starting us off with that, please?
Okay, I would love to. One strength I feel like I can bring to the team is my adaptability. So I'm very open to doing what's best for the team. For example, meeting at 10 p.m. for me, which is no issue whatsoever because I'm adaptable. No, I'm kidding. Okay. And then a weakness, let's see. Oh, I think sometimes I have a little bit of a tendency to be unassertive and not kind of speak what's on my mind. So, working on that. But I feel like we have a super open group and I feel super comfortable. So, okay. Paul.
Sorry, I was just going over what I wrote down. So one strength which I feel confident in, but also with this group, I feel like maybe I'm not the only one. So who knows if it's actually helpful, is that I'm consistently really direct and I'm a strong communicator. When things are unclear or if I don't know anything, trust me, I will tell you and I will ask. And I like to facilitate kind of an environment where everybody else feels like they can communicate really directly, because I think that's the most efficient way to get things done. And I've just kind of learned that, as any of us have throughout our careers or school. So I think it's a strong thing to hold on to. A weakness kind of couples with that is that sometimes I overthink my actions, in the sense that when I was younger, I was not a very polite person. It wasn't in my nature to worry about what would happen after I said this, how that person would feel. And I very quickly started putting in work to fix that. So now the one document talks about social exchange theory with my teammates or with my teams that I'm leading. I worry that maybe I'm giving them too much, so I will backtrack and take too much on my own when in fact they were going to be just fine. So I'm working on that too. I overcorrected myself. Let's go over to Amber.
Okay, for me, I would say one of my strengths is the ability to connect with strangers very easily. It's something that I guess comes natural to me. From being an Air Force brat and military spouse. So meeting new people is just something that is just, second nature. And I would say that a weakness for me is going to be, I have tunnel vision. I want to get it done. And working independently is my natural inclination. So working with a group requires me to pause and to allow for my teammates to also have input. I, of course, want to be respectful of everyone's time and want to make sure that I'm giving everyone the opportunity, because I do, in my mind, want to just take over and say, this is what we're doing. You do this, you do this, you do this, and we'll be done at this time. But I understand that that's not how this class is formatted. So it will be something that I'm just going with. Aaron, did you go?
No, I have not. We're doing a strength and a weakness, right?
Strength and a weakness.
Okay, cool. It cut out, so I wasn't sure. One of my strengths, I'm really outgoing, so I like to connect, and I like to get the job done. But that can also be a weakness because I like to rush and get things done as quickly as possible, and sometimes that's just not always the best thing to do. And it's a lot easier to just do that instead of taking your time and actually getting the work done efficiently and actually, done. Is that everyone?
I haven't gone yet, and I don't think
Okay.
Laura has either.
Okay, well, Cheyenne, you can go.
Okay. So one of the strengths I put is that I'm a pretty good listener. I enjoy listening to what people have to say, and then with that, because I'm a listener, I try to make sure that everybody's heard. For me, I've just been in a lot of situations where I have been spoken over, and I've gotten to a point now where I'm willing to speak up for myself, but I know that a lot of people aren't always as comfortable with that. And so one of my strengths is just asking them, okay, do you have anything to add, especially if they're more on the quiet side. One of my weaknesses is I'm not the most flexible person. When it comes to my schedule, I have a pretty packed schedule, so that's one area of flexibility. But then also I'm very to the point, and I love checklists. I love agendas because I just want to move through it and stick to it. And so when we start straying off to it, there's just this thing burning inside of me where I'm like, I want to get back on track. So that's probably one of my weaknesses. And Isadora, would you mind taking?
Yes. Okay. I kind of feel like we're all the same because there's some couple things that you guys said that I was like, damn it, that's what I put. But I put like my strongness as that like I like to make sure I'm getting the messages and I want to make sure everybody's getting what I'm trying to say. So I might repeat my like 100 times. So that's like, okay, on the same page. Okay, guys, make sure. So that's like one of the things that I'm like focused on, like, let's get that. And then my weakness is I wanted to get it done. I don't want to wait for the last minute and I wanted to get it done. Like if we have to do like all the modules today, I wanted to get them today. And then sometimes I have like a strong voice over people and they're like, why is she rushing? It's like, I'm not rushing. I just want to make sure we get this because I don't want to leave it for last minute. So I guess Marina haven't gone yet, right? I don't know.
I went first, so I think everybody's gone. Yay.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing. So moving on to number 5 on our agenda, and that's team members preparedness. Let's just go around and identify anything that we haven't done or if we've finished everything. Let's just make it known. So for me, I went through all the readings and watched the video. The only thing is when I was going through like my personal notes on the team charter, I have like 1 or 2 blank boxes where I just didn't get that far. But for the rest of everything else, I believe I watched and read everything. Erin, would you mind going next?
Yeah, so I did all the readings and videos, and I did the notes assignment and submitted it. So I think that was everything. Was there something I was supposed to do with the team charter before?
So we were supposed to kind of look at it and just
I went through it.
Did you write any notes down on it your own?
I did not do that. I just kind of went through it and looked at it.
Yeah. So yeah, I think she wanted us to go through and just jot some ideas down ahead of time.
Okay, I got you. I did not do that, but I did look through it, so I have an idea of what to do. All you can go now.
Sure. I've done everything. I wrote down the charter notes and all that, but like Cheyenne said, I have a few boxes that I intentionally left blank because I wasn't exactly sure how I felt about it. So I wanted to hear how the group did, and I'll go from there. My apologies. Let's go over to Marina.
Okay, so I did go through all the reading material for this meeting and I submitted the notes. I also went through the charter and I made personal notes in all of them. Another thing I did do is because I was looking at the submit page for the team charter, and I don't know if you guys have looked at it yet, but it says instructions for team charter, and then it's like things that need to be included, and it's also part of the rubric. So like a part of the rubric is that we included certain parts. So what I also did is went through with those certain parts. And do you guys know what I'm talking about? It's the team communication and decision-making, team member participation, team conflict, team trust, and cultural and other special considerations. So we have to have 3 of those 5 things included in the team charter. So I went through and I like bolded them in my charter notes just to make sure I'll bring those up so that we'll have all 5 included. Amber?
Must unmute myself. I did the reading as well as do my notes, and then I did make some notes for the team charter as I was just reviewing it, just to make sure that I was at least having something for each section that we went through. Is that everybody?
Me.
Isadora. You know what? I apologize. We keep picking you last. Next time, go first here.
No, okay, it's okay. No, I did that too. What I did is like on the charter, sorry, I just put like bullet points. I didn't really wrote everything. I thought maybe if I put bullet points, I know what we are going to talk about. So then I just go up and fill up something that I guess I'm missing or something that I wasn't clear for me. But there's like thing 2 or 3 that I left blank because I was like, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to answer here. So I left it. But I did read everything and I watched the video. That's what I was talking to you earlier about the video. I was like, okay, this video is right. Okay, that's it. Yeah, that's all I did.
Thank you for sharing. So it sounds like most of us got most, if not all, of everything done. Is there anything that we can be doing as a group to help hold each other accountable? With sending the checklist, was that helpful, or thoughts?
I felt like that was helpful. Amber, you're not on. I know you tried to say something.
I know. I was just saying that I found it extremely beneficial.
Me too. I got the message yesterday. I was like, yes, okay, I'm on the track. I'm on the same page. Cool. I was like, okay, it made me happy.
I agree. It was a nice reminder for the meeting and for all the content we needed to have done.
So I guess we'll just continue that, and then I think we talked in the last meeting about like making it the facilitator's job. But I guess we'll go over that when we do the charter, because roles and everything is a part of that. And then everybody submitted their notes before this meeting, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. So moving on to number 6 on the agenda, we are going to review. I can't speak. Oh my goodness. We're going to review Dr. Chanley's feedback from the previous meeting. Let me just open this tab really quick. It's not a lot. Do you guys want me to just read through it?
Sure.
Okay. So the comments were, my feedback wasn't that the meeting was terrible, but a common reaction is to focus on the negative feedback and not on the many positive comments that I made. This was an excellent meeting, folks. Your senses of humor are great, and everyone actively participated in substantive ways. I was impressed. The discussion of the readings was great. Did you all discuss how you thought the meeting went? I've got your next meeting on my list, so no need to let me know unless it changes, and I do care if there is a hurricane that could affect my students. It would certainly qualify as an emergency, so your team would work out the details of making up a missed meeting if that happens. So it sounds like pretty positive feedback. Do we just want to go around and say a comment on the feedback? Anything that they've taken from that? And Isadora, do you want to start us off so that way we don't pick you last?
Sorry, the doggies. Sorry. I don't know. I read that. I was like, oh, that's good. But then I'm associating. I'm so sorry.
They're quite opinionated. I like it.
Yeah. And I closed the door. Anyway, I got the feedback and stuff, but I was associating with the video that she made us watch about her and all the students. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's gonna watch every single video and then tell us how we're doing. So I was like, okay, I like that, but I feel like we are doing good overall. Sorry, I'll let somebody else go, Amber, because they're not gonna stop.
Oh, I agree that our last meeting was really great, and I think that it'll just continue to get better as we, spend more time with each other and just get to know each other. And it's wonderful that everybody can laugh because, no one likes to stick in the mud. Marina.
I agree. I think the meeting was great. I think at the end we did discuss what went well about the meeting and what we could improve for next time. I think we did discuss that at the end. And also, thank you, Dr. Chanley. I know you guys care about me down in Florida, so that was just a joke.
Well, there was an announcement, though, today, too, if you were impacted.
Yeah.
Other people.
Both my teachers really nice. Actually reached out about it. It was very kind.
Oh,
so.
Very
cool. Okay. Aaron.
I think the meeting went really well. I don't really have much to say. So who should we have someone? Because she said that we're supposed to give her the time for our next meeting. Is that just because she's going to join it, or is that just because she wants to know when it is?
She was stating that I know when your next meeting is scheduled. You only need to let me know if something changes.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I still forwarded the information to her. I think I did it before I read this, actually.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think our meeting went great. It was nice to talk about how it went after as well, too. And we could do that today, too. Go ahead.
Sorry. Amber, when you sent out the Zoom invite to everybody, did you also send it to Dr. Chanley?
I just forwarded it to her after the fact because the initial invite that I sent before, she was like, "Oh, are you inviting me?" So this time I just forwarded it and she didn't respond.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you.
Paul.
So as the challenger, I think you're all terrible at your job.
Okay, Android user.
Wow.
Take the
Hey,
challenge
Dan.
back.
My jokes are not that good. Okay.
Don't make me go grab a ukulele right
Oh,
now.
God.
We have two within arm's reach.
No, really, I don't know how we can elaborate on her like 5 lines of feedback. I think it was great that she felt that we did a good job. I think we did a good job.
Indeed.
I think as long as we kind of run it that way, we're going to be solid. So, yeah. Forgive me. Was that everyone? Or Cheyenne, did you get to go?
No, but that's okay. I agree that, like, I don't know. I feel like she didn't give us a lot of feedback, but I feel like that was also a good thing. Like, our last meeting went a lot smoother than our first one.
Mhm.
And so I'm pretty happy with everything and all the feedback.
No news is good news.
Right. Like, she's the kind of person that'll tell us, so I appreciate it.
Moving on to review the agenda and make any changes. I think because we all went through and we did all the preparation that there aren't going to be any changes to the agenda. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyone have anything that we might need to change? Cool. Let me mark that off. So now we'll jump into reviewing the assignment for the team charter and the instructions. I'm pulling up that tab really quick. Let's see. As everyone's read the instructions and everything, right? Do we need to go through and like read all of them as a group? Okay. If anyone has any questions, just feel free to chime in and everything.
I did have a question.
Yes.
Are we discussing the readings before we actually go into the charter itself?
Yeah, so I think on the agenda it was placed a little funny because item number 7 is like reviewing the instructions, but then item number 8 is going through the discussion of the readings and everything.
Oh, okay.
And then after we go through the discussion is when we start the actual charters.
Okay.
Yeah, so good question. So moving on to the discussion of readings and videos. And okay, so it's based off of the questions on our, sorry, my cat is being really weird. Questions off of the agenda. So the first is going to be about team charters. And based off of our readings and everything, what is the value of teams having a charter? And I don't think that all of us need to go around saying everything. So if we just want to have one person answer. Paul, would you mind?
Sure. So let me just back up there. Okay. So my comments on it was having a charter is really beneficial because it lays out what would otherwise be like an unspoken social contract. And, you know, when you don't actually address those kinds of things, there's lack of clarity and there's a lot of chances for misunderstanding and frustration. And a charter like this has a real solid foundation that helps us avoid that. You know, it addresses our goals and our policies, and it makes the collaboration down the road a lot easier when we get to it. Do you want me to answer the whole prompt, like the challenge part, or stop here?
Let's stop here for a second, and then does anybody want to add anything on to what Paul was saying about the value of having a charter?
I would say that it kind of just eliminates a psychological contract that we've just done. Having it in rules or having it in writing states, these are the specific guidelines that we're going to adhere by. So there's no confusion. There's no room for interpretation on the parts of individuals. So I do like that in you know, black and white print.
Cool. Sorry, quick question. Are we just writing that already on the Word document thingy or not yet?
No, I think we're just responding to the prompts in the
Okay.
agenda. I don't think we're jotting this down anywhere. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't think so. I think we're just talking about
Because
it.
the doc was for the actual charter, I believe.
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
has kind of similar questions. So I'm like, am I supposed to just write it or no?
Well, nothing is stopping you from taking down notes, Isadora.
Yeah,
I
except
did.
me. I'm going to stop you.
Oh, okay, challenger. I got it.
Oh, hey, I don't hear the teapot.
That's very
I
true.
would figure out. I think it's my ears, my headset thing, because I don't have it.
Okay.
I don't know. Okay.
Any other thoughts on the value of having a charter? Okay, so moving on to the next part of the question, what might be some of the challenges of using them in an organization? So I'll go ahead and start this one. One of the challenges that I can think of is this is a good thing and a bad thing, but it creates a sense of accountability. And I think that a lot of people are almost afraid of accountability. And so having something in writing that people have to own up to can make people defensive in my experience. So I think that might be a challenge. I don't expect it from this group at all, but just from previous experiences. Anybody else want to add anything?
I will. I would say that one, I guess, negative thing about it would be that there's not really room for leeway or one-off situations when there are like extenuating circumstances. It's not, an employee handbook, so it's not going to have everything that could occur listed. Would be the only thing. It's just because you can't list everything.
All right, if you don't mind, I was just going to add another challenge that I thought about was it can be kind of difficult in situations like this to agree on the policies and procedures that we need, especially because we are creating them ourselves. No one's handing them down really. So sometimes that can be difficult depending on the group you're in, but I think we'll be okay.
Agreed.
So what are some of the most important elements that should be included in a team charter? And Aaron or Marina, would you mind starting us off?
I can start it. Yeah, so I would say the entirety of our team charter is going to be important. I think maybe the most important elements for any team charter are going to be laying the ground rules for listening to other team members, respecting other team members, making it as like a place for open communication, and just kind of establishing that we're listening to each other, not just letting other people talk until it's our turn to talk, so that we can actually be productive.
Yeah, and I guess to add on to that, asking questions and stuff that promote like critical thinking instead of what we talked about like last meeting, yes or no questions don't really help us make like the smart decision making, especially for the team charter. And then understanding our roles and stuff will also help, and that's very important.
Awesome. Anybody have anything to add to that before we move forward?
I almost fell out of my chair just now.
Okay, I was wondering what was happening. I wasn't going to say anything, but
I'm okay though.
I'm glad.
Oh, goodness.
All right. So moving on to the collaborative writing. What are different ways that people can collaborate on a writing project? Who wants to start us off? Is it
Sorry, can I jump in really quick?
Yeah.
I don't think I have that.
Which
My
part?
next one is problem solving and decision making.
Oh,
I wonder if I accidentally cleared it.
See, I was trying to figure out too, like you guys are reading. That's what's like, am I writing this? Because I got the first question, I got the second, but I don't have the other one. So I was like, where's my other question? Where did it go?
You're on the agenda, right?
Yeah, but then like the challenger, I was like, where's my challenger?
So that's not the bolded font. That's the gray. That's just the regular font following the team charter. So like it's written in there, but it's not one of the highlights. But I don't have collaborative writing. I think maybe I somehow deleted that when I was writing.
I do have collaborative writing,
My apologies. Okay.
but
I
maybe
have it too.
because I know like this one says revised 8/19.
Mm-hmm.
So
Check the footer on it.
Oh, revise. We're looking for the reviser one.
No, I've got 819 too. I think maybe it was user error. I think I did it somehow because I did format it different. I changed the format slightly to write it.
Oh.
okay.
It may have been me. I'll stop being in the way.
Okay.
Sorry, I put the collaboration one. I put since English is not my first language. I put like the collaboration for people like me, foreigners. It's easier when other people can like correct and make sure we are transmitting a like clear message to the team. Because I might put something that it doesn't make sense for you guys, but it makes sense to me. Maybe I word differently. So that's one of the things that I put it on that collaborative writing.
Mm.
Mhm.
I think the answer for that question would have been in our notes from the article, writing as a collaboration. Because the question asks about what is it for this project that we'll utilize. And I would say that the closest thing would be workshopping, because it's collectively using our resources versus co-authoring, where we would individually make notes and give it back to one person to make notes and then pass it on to another.
Like you say in the Google Docs.
Yes, where everybody can note at the same time.
And then I think they talked about a third one too. It was co-authoring, peer editing, and
Knowledge making.
And so, and I agree though. I think we're not really co-authoring or peer editing in our Google Docs. It'll be the third kind, workshopping.
And then what are the benefits and disadvantages of completing written projects using this particular collaborative writing process approach? Paul, any thoughts?
Sorry, I was just trying to stay silent because I didn't prep this stuff. I would say, kind of how Amber brought up the three main pillars of co-authoring, workshopping, and knowledge making, and the one that we're focusing on, especially with our face-to-face interactions, like through this video system, it makes any kind of cooperation a lot easier because it can be simple to communicate just through text. Just email sent back and forth can be pretty easy. But when you can do it face-to-face, and then you can kind of, I guess, intertwine that with what we're trying to do here, it makes it a lot easier to synthesize stuff. Like, you can just get through it faster because you can verbally communicate easier than you can try to type it all out. I'm going to back out now.
I'll add on. I think one disadvantage of collaborative writing is the possibility for groupthink. Someone just types something and we're all like, yeah, that's fine.
Not with me.
Not with the challenger in the room.
Indeed.
But an advantage is that, like Paul said, we're all here together and we can communicate and be like, well, actually, what about this? And it's not like we're texting or emailing where it's like a whole day's correspondence just for one edit.
Yeah.
I agree. And then kind of jumping off of what Isadora was saying earlier is when we're doing it, I know for me, I'll write something and I think that grammatically it's correct and it makes perfect sense. But to somebody else, it doesn't always. And so with having all of us be able to like work on it, we can like sit there and be like, okay, like get what you're trying to say, but here's how we can like actually make it make sense in English with it being correct and all of that. Awesome. Any other thoughts on anything about collaborative writing?
Yes. I would say that something that is unique to this type of group is that there exists no ability for sidebar conversations. When you have a team meeting and people are just sitting next to each other, they can have a second or side conversation and not be fully engaged. And I would say that this, because everybody is in it, we can all hear everything, that eliminates, sidebar or conversations that are not going to be necessarily to the benefit for the group. So I think that that's definitely unique to this type of dynamic.
That's a really good point. I've never thought about that.
Are you guys getting Paul's messages?
I know. I was just gonna say, wait, we sidebar and then Paul just text the thing on the little chat. I
We're
was like, what
gonna
is it?
eliminate your challenger status. This is getting out of control,
Wait,
people.
what happened?
My goodness.
Well, I just saw pop up on my chat. I was like, what is that? And I got curious. So I was like,
Technically, it's not, since you have it to everyone. I mean, if you were sending it to one person, then
Which I can. There's an option down below.
you are not wrong, Paul. You're not wrong.
But no, I do absolutely agree with you. I couldn't
How do I
resist.
even get to the chat?
Oh, it pops up at the bottom of the screen. So if you're
Oh,
in screen mode, you might have to take it out of full screen.
Yeah.
see, the funny thing is, like, Amber just said side talk and sidebar, and then Paul just like sidebar. I'm like, what is
It needs
that?
to be
I
seen,
couldn't-
and
I
that's
couldn't
okay.
wait. I couldn't wait.
Yeah.
he's had it ready all meeting.
I see. You're welcome for your in then, okay?
Cool. So moving on to problem solving and decision making. And this is based off of the website. I believe that there's a section in our notes for it as well. What from this session, I can't speak, I'm so sorry. What from this section of the website can be applied to your team in this course? I'll go ahead and start us off. I really liked in section 3 where it gave a step-by-step way of how to solve like a problem, because I think typically like we see a problem, we're like, okay, cool, like this is the problem, here's how we're going to solve it. But this went through and it's like, first we're going to go through and we're going to define the problem, like is this the actual problem or is there an underlying problem? Then we're going to go through and like identify it and like process it, come up with a solution for it. We're going to implement the solution for it. We're going to come back and review the solution and then finally see if there's anything that needs to be reevaluated. And I found that like really helpful just as I was reading it. And I think that it's going to be helpful within this group and then also outside of this group.
One thing also for part 5 of it, it's smart decision making is enabled by, and it kind of did bullet points. And I liked it because it's also just a reminder of what I'm striving towards as a member of a group. Like, for example, there's modeling an open mind and asking for candid opinions, or ensuring that team members are aware of relevant roles and unique information.
I can't remember where I saw it on the page, but I like that that it lists to establish criteria for evaluating a solution. And also I just made a note of, what looks like the acceptable type of solution. So if we have steps in order or steps in place to come up with a solution, what is an acceptable solution? Is it that it's a unanimous agreement, or is it just a consensus, or is it a majority? And that is what is acceptable, even if someone has an issue with whatever the decision is. So if that is also, set forth, this is what, if we're unable to agree, this is the second best thing that we can agree in order for us to be able to move forward with whatever project it needs to be addressed.
I liked the number 4, the decision-making method based on time and impact. I put that we were a consensus because there's like a lot of time for us to discuss, and the decision's relevant to everyone because, we're all making a grade based on what we do in this discussion. So I said we were a consensus. I also think like we could be
An authority too.
Yeah, I was gonna say an authority. I mean, I don't know. It was kind of like, I feel like there could be more to it, but because it says there's a designated leader that makes the final decision, but I feel like we're all making that decision together. So, I mean, there's a little bit of both in that one, but I think it's more leaning towards consensus. But yeah.
Well, then keep in mind, if the time limit was an authoritative thing, it would be like, oh, we need to change our meeting time. this is what works for everybody, but whoever is like, let's say it's the facilitator, is saying, okay, this is what we have to do to make sure that we get it done by this date. That kind of circumstance.
Any other thoughts or anything that anyone wants to add about problem solving and decision making? Alrighty. So we're gonna move on to item number 9, and that's preparation of the written team assignment, and that's the charter. So we all have our Google Doc that Marina was kind enough to set up for us. And so we're just gonna go through and work on each question, talk about it, figure out what we want to put, and just continue that through. Everybody has access to it, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Let me just open that tab real quick.
And can I clarify something? I think in the agenda it lists that the rubrics 2.4, but like Marina pointed out, I think it's actually under assignment 2.3. 2.4 for me came up as a notes assignment. So I believe we're looking at the.
I think it's 3.3 because that's what I printed. Like
I just wanted to make sure.
I think it's like on the submission page, right? Or
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't me that had the wrong number somehow.
Mm-hmm. All right. So let's see. I guess start with the first one, and it's membership. Go for it, Marina.
Oh, so I was just gonna say, do we want to establish? Are we just gonna have one person type or multiple people?
That's what I was talking to Amber. It's like, are we all typing or one person typing?
I personally think it'd be smart to have either like one or two people type, but I'm also down for whatever. I can volunteer to type. I'm a slow to medium typer, but so if someone else is faster and wants to do it.
I am not fast because English is not my first language, so I might go back like, am I spelling right? So
I can type, but I keep cutting out. So if I don't hear something, probably just have to let me know. But I can type really fast.
So Erin will type for us. For that first box, since it's just membership and contact info, do we all just want to put our own in?
Yes.
Yeah, we could do that. Oh.
Wait, I can click on it. Okay.
Now we need uniformity here, people. So I'm going to put these parentheses around mine, or it's going to make me crazy.
Okay.
Okay, so we're doing parentheses, not dashes, or parenthesis then dash.
Oh, parenthesis then a dash, or we don't have to do a dash because that's extra, isn't it?
They all match. Yeah.
So moving on to number 2, purpose. Clearly define the purpose of the team. Sorry, I'm pulling up my notebook. Okay. What did you guys have for purpose?
For purpose. Let me go to my notes. Let me take a look here. Oh, that's my notes, but now I need to go to the charter notes.
Mm-hmm.
One moment, please. I'm going note crazy over here.
I can go if you want while Amber looks that up.
Thank you.
So I just jotted down 2 pretty simple and actually kind of just interchangeable ones. To collaborate within the confines of the OGL 343 course for the Fall A session and to support one another as we study and learn about virtual teams. My joke is that we Our real purpose is to convert everyone here into Android device users.
There's
Doubtful.
only one of you, Paul. If anything, it's going to be you who transitions.
I'm still right, though.
Are you, though? But
Debate.
are you?
So I don't know what you guys think, though. I'd like to.
I put just like a bullet point. So I put that our purpose was to like knowing the terms of what we're speaking and collaborating with the team. That's what I put.
I went to the syllabus and I
Yeah.
just took some stuff from it. So
Smart.
basics and prerequisites, internal dynamics of teams, as well as external dynamics of teams. So just gaining a knowledge of these items primarily.
I also had the learning to collaborate in a virtual team, so similar to what Paul had.
Very cool, very cool.
So what we're deciding.
Throw it all in there.
Yeah, especially the Android comment, please.
So who's typing, Marina or Aaron?
Oh, I thought Aaron was the typer.
Yeah. I thought
Should I be typing this?
Wait.
There we go. That's the purpose. I can type.
Yeah.
I just can't click. Once.
Well, you know, everybody can just throw in what they need or what they have, and we
Yeah,
can
that's
always
true.
edit it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Everybody to see it, what everybody else has.
Paul, no.
Right.
No.
Fine.
It's like a race across the screen.
I know, this is stressing me out.
Don't be stressed. Just hide it. It's okay.
All right, Paul. Wait, and are you still there? Like your screen is super frozen on my side.
Oh, Aaron?
Yeah, it's my connection super choppy.
Okay. As long as you're there. So
I'm here
okay.
in and out.
Okay. Okay, so do we want to narrow this down? Aaron working on that.
Amber, I'm kind of surprised you didn't just copy paste the syllabus portion. I was ready for
Listen.
like we were all typing like word by word, and I was expecting a paragraph to appear out of there.
So one thing with like editing or even just like writing anything, if someone's cursor is there, I can't click on.
Oh.
Like I can't click over it. So it's first come first serve on the cursor department.
Okay, so I will.
So like someone will just have to move their cursor out of the way of the box, and then we can edit it. Like right now, cursors in between each, and so I was gonna just. Okay, there we go. Okay, that works.
Okay.
Do we want to bullet point it like that, or?
Yeah.
Probably full sentences, right?
Okay, so.
Ooh. Because this is still going to be a writing assignment. Let me take a look here.
On the rubric, it says writing and formatting. Well written,
Without
without
typos.
typos, grammars. Yeah, that's grammars. Errors.
And formatted professionally. So that Times New Roman, 12-point font. Yay.
Ooh, ooh.
Scout is joining us.
Speaking of Times New Roman, does everybody have their resume on standby?
What resume?
No.
Okay, Aaron. I'm gonna need you to have one ready on standby.
Oh, you could help me with that.
Just
I
in
actually was
case.
thinking about that today.
Yeah.
You guys ever just go well, for people who work at Starbucks, like sometimes I'll just go to the job postings and scroll through corporate jobs. And I'm like, one day I'll sit in an office and not be on my feet for 10 hours a day.
Yeah, you got to realize that store managers don't get paid anything. So, like, get out.
Store managers,
They
I
don't.
think
They don't get paid much.
Mm-mm.
really? I thought they got like
The California
Hey.
average. The California average caps out around like 50, and that's rare.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, DMs make like 95 average. So like the gap is huge.
I didn't
Yeah.
realize that.
I am just I got like an interview to be an assistant manager, and here in Alaska,
Oh.
if I will get 45,000 a year. I was like, what? And I'm really nervous. I'll see.
For an ASM, that's awesome. Good luck on your interview.
The problem is here in Alaska, we only have one DM for the whole state. So my
Yeah.
interview would be with people in Seattle. So I'm not ready at all.
You could find get a horse.
But I think this meeting is helping me because everybody is there, right? And that's how my meeting is going to be. I'm going to have 2 people in the other side, just like you guys, but asking me 100 questions at once. So I feel like you guys are helping me with that.
Sure. I love
Is
the interview prep.
Uh-oh. Okay.
is there anything going through the purpose block? Is there anything I should edit, or does it look good?
I would say the purpose of this team, not one of the purpose.
One of, okay, that's it. I got you. Okay, cool.
Okay. Doesn't it have 2 collaborating, or is just me?
Does it
It looks like a very long first sentence.
yeah, and it seems a little on for one of the purposes to be to know the purposes.
Yeah.
Okay. So it could even just be eliminated to collaborate within the confines of OLG course during the fall A session period, and then we can have an additional sentence.
Yeah.
So do we want to get rid of the another purpose sentence altogether? You just have like one sentence.
You just need to remove another purpose. I don't know that that is necessary, but to facilitate and collaborate within a virtual team or experience with, well, I'm trying to think.
Course during the fall session and to support.
We do fall A session period, and then start like this will be achieved through learning to support one another. This will be achieved through supporting one another while learning how to facilitate and collaborate within a virtual team.
That's very nice, Cheyenne.
That sounds good.
Thank you. Ow, stupid cat. My cat's biting me.
So this will be achieved through supporting one another while learning about virtual teams. Oh, okay, I gotta fix this part. And then what about after that?
This will be achieved through supporting.
This part's messed up.
While learning to facilitate and collaborate within a virtual team. So delete the about. Hang on.
I would say, let's see, this will be achieved through facilitating and collaborating within a virtual team. I would say we don't even need to add in the support that's implied. Mm-hmm. So to shorten it and make it direct, this will be achieved through facilitating and collaborating within a virtual team. Eliminates it, but makes it very concise. Mm-hmm.
This will be achieved through facilitating and Like that?
Yes. I mean, you could add
Sweet.
team setting if anyone thinks it needs that, but you could just leave it at team as well.
Mhm. I think that looks good.
Okay.
Sweet.
Should we put something like a little small thing about like doing classwork? Like the purpose of this team is to collaborate within the confines of OGL 343 course to like complete the assigned tasks, or no? Like, you know what I mean? Just put something about like what we're physically doing while we're collaborating within the group.
I don't think it hurts it. I don't know if it's necessary, but I'm not against it at all.
We could come back to it.
Because we still have other areas that are going to allow for us to elaborate more, like communication and participation within the meeting is going to discuss, this is how we are going to be engaging in, or this is how we are going to be participating within it.
True.
This is like your mission statement. It should be short and brief.
Short, sweet, and to the point.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to move forward? We can always come back to it and review later.
Yeah.
So moving on to number 3. So the roles clearly identify and define, and delineate roles and responsibilities, tasks, and the process. Cool. So it looks like we have some stuff already inputted. So for the host, they set up the Zoom meeting, invite classmates to the Zoom meeting, records and submits Zoom meetings. Is there anything that we need to add?
I would also put notifies Dr. Shanley when necessary, or when her presence is necessary at our meetings.
Are the semicolons like the right punctuation for that? Like listing of things?
I will check. Let me see.
Wait, sorry. For under host, where do you have semicolon?
Well,
There's semicolons after like sets up Zoom meeting, semicolon
Oh.
invites classmate to Zoom
Wait.
meeting.
Forgive me, I had the wrong tab. Hold up.
We can change it to be like a sentence, like the
Yeah.
responsibility of the host is sets
And
up Zoom
commas.
meeting, comma.
Because, yeah, typically semicolons in a list is if within that list you have lists. So, like, if in between a semicolon you had something that had like 2 or 3 commas, then you would use a semicolon. In this case, it would just be commas.
I think Zoom should have been capitalized how you had it.
Yeah,
Oh,
It's a
Zoom.
program.
Oh, okay. It's a program. Gotcha.
yeah.
Not that we just love watching you work, Aaron. I feel like I'm not doing anything.
No, it's totally fine. Hey, if you guys want to help, that's totally chill. I do not care.
Or are we not helping? Oh, sorry.
Okay. I always get R and is confused. So responsibilities of the host are to or is to?
That's what I
R
was
two.
thinking. I think it's R because it's multiple things.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Cool.
Do we want to say the responsibilities of and then each role, or do we want to like switch that up a little bit instead
Well,
of saying
you
that?
could even change it and remove is and are, include these responsibilities, or for the host, their responsibilities include this, 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 and this. For this one, this, and this.
Not to undo everything we just did, we could also just keep it really succinct as a list, like not not full sentences, if that's easier.
Like host and then just list it all
Yeah,
with commas.
we could do that.
I mean, whatever works. I like that as well. Does anyone?
Well, because it's supposed to be an APA format, I'm inclined to look up because it says it's specifically supposed to be well written. At the beginning of the course, it says that we're supposed to utilize APA formats. If we're going to list it in a list, it's got to be listed in the way that it would be listed on an APA formatted document. I think. I have. Where's my workbook at? You know what? I have it. I'll check. No, I don't. I'm gonna go to Al Purdue. That's what I'll do. Ignore me.
I love Purdue Owl. It saved me so many times.
Well, they've changed the website too, so it now kicks you somewhere else.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or they've updated it. It's got shiny new wheels and stuff. Friday Lab APA Guide.
While she's looking that up, do we want to just continue adding any additional items to like each role, and then we can go through and organize it once she finds the answer?
Yes.
So for facilitator, it says guides groups meetings, ensures group is following meetings agenda, encourages all group members to contribute. Did we agree that sending the checklist was facilitator's job, or is it just whoever remembers?
I definitely think we should have it set to a specific role. That way, not like 5 people do it or no one does it.
Mhm.
Because right now, you did it, correct? As the facilitator.
I think that facilitator, like, it makes sense that way because they're the ones who kind of goes through the agenda. So hopefully they'll have like a better understanding of what needs to be done.
Right. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
And just to give everyone a heads up, as the timekeeper of this meeting, we are 1 hour and 7 minutes in.
Oh, Lord.
Thank you.
Thank you for your contribution.
Hey, Aaron.
Yes.
Before I do anything and mess you up, are you done with the host?
Yeah, I've left. Needs to be changed. I set it where it says the host and then what it is.
Yeah.
And
So you're done with it, though, right?
So all of the things I can find are referring to a citation list thus far. But I would say that a bullet point, or you could do numerical too, but I would say there's not enough of it to need them to be numerical. So I think a bullet point would be okay. If we are going to list each role and bullet point specifically, these are the roles assigned to this role. Does that make sense?
What, Amber, what do you think about the format we have right now, where it just says the jokester does this, the challenger does this?
So I would say this would qualify as well written. So
Okay.
in sentence form. But if
I'm
we wanted
definitely
to
good with
list
this
it,
format.
if we're going to list it, then it would have to be uniform and have to have like a little subheading for each one. I would say there's probably more work than what is needed here.
Yeah.
I think we should leave it in the format it's in. I think it
Okay.
works.
Just format-wise, do you think we should, I guess, either capitalize or bold the titles, treat them like pronouns or proper nouns, or should we just kind of leave it as is mixed in?
On the instructions, does it say that we still have to leave each of the sections present? Marina?
I'm confused about the question.
So as far as changing the format of this document, does it state that we have to keep number 1 through
No, that is
those boxes then present?
no. It does address that on the turn-in page. We can use this and modify it as we see fit, or we can completely come up with our own format. I personally think we should keep and modify this format. I think
Okay.
with the time. What do you guys think?
I like it.
So I would say that
I don't know if that counts though. Like
we can modify it. Like we don't have to keep roles clearly defined, this, that, and the other. We could even just eliminate the numbers and put roles as the title for this portion of it. Does that make sense? Because that is still going to give it a uniform look, but still keep everything within the template itself.
Mm-hmm.
Paul, to kind of answer your question, I think that I like the idea of us either capitalizing or underlining. So like, for example, let me just do it as an example, maybe. Hang on, I don't know how this works. So like bolding like host.
Yeah, something like that.
I
Is
like
right.
that idea, just that way it like really separates
Oh,
each
okay.
from the other. But what is everybody else's thoughts?
I think bolding is great. So do you guys want to keep it lowercase and bold it?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Just a heads up, I'm like trying to reconnect to the document right now.
Mm.
So it says I'm offline. Oh, I think I'm back. Okay, I'm back.
Yeah.
Oh, I see with the bolding there. That's cool. I like
Yeah,
that.
just so it doesn't get lost in the
Mhm.
setting.
In text, yeah.
All right. So Jokester brings the joke of the day. I think that one's good. Challenger offers alternative viewpoints to avoid groupthink. Anything we need to add to that one?
I added the to avoid groupthink. Was that okay with everyone? I thought that. Okay, cool.
I think that's straight out of the syllabus almost. So
Yeah.
perfect.
Yes.
I swear I didn't look. That's what I knew.
That's
It's okay it's okay if you did.
You were allowed to
Oh,
use
okay.
the syllabus, Aaron.
Research.
Okay,
Using
cool.
your resources.
We just gotta cite the syllabus.
So the submitter sets up Google Documents for written assignments and finalizes and submits group project or group assignments.
We can get rid of a
Sounds
couple of those
wonky.
hands.
Yeah.
Get rid of the and.
And finalizes and submits and
Yeah.
group and assign. Yeah.
Throw some commas on that.
This document for written assignments finalizes and submits.
What exactly do we mean when we say finalizes?
Shouldn't be finalizing it. We were going to finalize it while
think-
we're here.
That because I made that note when I was going through my own, like before this, it says it in the syllabus.
But do we know what that means though? Is
I
that-
think finalize it, like save it, make sure it's ready to go, submit.
okay.
But I could be wrong.
So basically it's counterpart to the host.
Oh, to upload it.
I could see that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But we can definitely take it out if you guys don't like it.
No, I mean I think it's fine. I just wanted to know.
I don't think we need the comma after finalizes though, right?
I agree. I don't think.
Okay.
Can you turn it down?
And then the timekeeper monitors time and ensures the group meetings move at a reasonable pace. I think that one looks good.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So moving on to section 4, and that's expectations. So clearly and specifically define expectations and measurable behaviors in each area. So first is communication outside of scheduled meetings. In my notes, I put that we have the group chat and just checking in prior to the meetings.
I'm just going to copy my notes here and just so that there's something there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for communication outside of scheduled meetings, we want to put, we have the, oh, okay, so there we
I
go.
like what Amber has. That's beautiful.
Yes.
Oh, that's in the wrong section. JK.
Do we want to bullet point this or do we want like full sentences?
I think leaving it like this is cool because it's a full sentence, but it's really succinct.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dead space, though. We can minimize some of this stuff.
Mhm.
But again, I think we need to somehow highlight the header, the communication.
Oh, where did it go? Oh, expectations. Oh, it's down too far, I guess. Oh, but you're right. There is a lot of space in between.
Is that okay?
Yeah, like that. Just to break it up.
Okay. Not even letting me bring it back up here. Is that because there's another?
It's because the box as a whole is too big. So let's write everything out and then we'll shrink it down.
Okay.
That way we don't lose anything.
Okay. I'm going to undo what I've just done because I'm trigger happy.
Okay. Do we want to add anything to communication outside of scheduled meetings?
That's pretty much what I
I
wrote.
can't think of anything else to add.
Okay. So communication during meetings, verbally through Zoom or phone if needed. Also, if information needs to be shared, there's a chat feature within Zoom. Google Docs allows for multiple editors to make changes, and we share information through Google Docs or, if necessary, email. Yeah. I think that's good.
Yeah.
I don't know how to word this one for the preparation one, but like texting the group and making sure everyone. I'm just jotting down what I'm thinking.
Preparation.
Obviously, we'll change it.
Oh, okay. I have something for that too, guys. I was taking notes.
Okay. I'm glad someone was prepared. I did not take notes over the team charter thing, and that is my bad.
Yeah.
Yes, Google. I meant prior. You don't have to judge me with your spell check. Thank you.
Yeah, again, that's
Ridiculous.
pretty much what I wrote on mine, so right on.
Yeah.
Definitely agree.
Although, I don't know how to oh, there we go. There we go. I was trying to unhighlight it.
I wonder if this first concept under preparation that Aaron's typing out fits better under one of our communications. But
Which one?
I could see it going under either, really, I guess.
Yeah, for preparation, I put group members are expected to read and watch all required material and complete and submit notes assignment prior to the meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then additionally, this is one of the 3 of 5 things that we have to have in our team charter per the rubric is what is allowed in terms of missing meetings. How will team members be required to make up missed points? I feel like that could kind of fit into preparation, or we can try to fit it in somewhere else in the charter.
True, but after this section, we have a section specifically about policies and procedures.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The one I left it blank because I didn't know like the policy. So like, what am I supposed to write in there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So for this preparation, do we need anything else into that one, or?
I'm a little bit confused.
Oh.
About which part?
So we're going to take care of all the spaces like at the end.
I think after we just finish this section, just the preparation and the.
Because it is quite lengthy when it could all fit on one page easily.
Yeah.
Okay, and okay, sorry. And then I have one more question. So are we going to try to like make it a full sentence by saying like group members communicate via text, or are we just going to kind of leave it in this format?
I kind of like it in the format we have it, but I mean,
because this does constitute like a complete sentence. Like, there's nothing wrong with this standing by itself. I think it's fine.
Okay.
I
wonder if we can just by deleting it or backspacing, bring it in together.
You can, yeah. That's what I had to do on my copy.
Okay.
It's like this.
and then we could put the box back too.
Yeah, the box will also start to shrink as the content shrinks. So
okay.
Says you, the challenger. How do we know we can trust everything that he stated?
Hey, stop talking.
He's also a filthy Android user, so.
Oh, I'm sorry. The filthy Android user who knows how to do this better than you.
Oh.
That's fair. I don't use Google a lot.
Okay. So preparation, try to get all assignments completed prior to the meeting to ensure smooth flow and ease of understanding for all participants to be able to move along with the group. I think. Can we change the try to like expected or something like that? Because I think try is like.
Or you could even put just complete all assigned tasks
Okay.
prior.
Do you mind if I like paste what I wrote and see what you guys think?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
mine.
fine.
But go ahead.
Would you guys care if I just ran to the restroom real quick?
I will find.
Does
you.
everybody need a bio break? We can pause the meeting.
So this is what I.
Oh wait, let me mute myself.
Oh Lord. Has everybody watched Sweeney Todd?
Yes.
Okay, guys, let me tell you what I was singing on my way inside. Why was I singing Alan Rickman and Johnny Depp, Pretty Women, as I
Yes.
was walking inside the door? I don't understand why, because, guys, it was 7 o'clock in the morning for no reason. I haven't watched Sweeney Todd in months. It's okay. Didn't even know why it popped up in my head now. You know, Alan Rickman has just been on my mind a lot lately.
His voice is magnificent.
It was. I was so sad. Snape, can I just say Snape is
Yeah.
like,
Okay, wait.
show me the guy who will love me through death like Snape loved Lily, is all I'm
Okay, but
saying.
he's an awful person.
Hey,
for
hey,
him.
hey,
Like,
hey, he was blatantly misunderstood.
blatantly
Blatantly.
dick.
Technically, he was a good guy, okay? He was just an a-hole, and that's allowed sometimes.
I'm
Inside.
almost
Still be a
positive
good
he's
person and still kind of be an a-hole. I'm just saying, it happens.
It's true. It did not for him.
Oh, goodness. I know.
Talking about Ben Affleck, you know.
Ben Affleck is, you know, the only time that I really liked him was in The Accountant because it had the emotional.
That was good.
That was a really good movie. Like,
Which is funny because that's almost a Batman, but he did so differently.
he was autistic, but he was brilliant. Okay, so his emotional range was limited, but I've loved Ben Affleck in that role. I absolutely loved it. It's when he's trying to be brooding that I kind of want to like punch him in the throat just a little bit. This much.
Whoa, who we punching in the throat? I just got
Ben-
back.
You,
Ben
Aaron,
Affleck.
don't you ever leave me
Ben
again.
Affleck, okay?
Don't you ever leave me again like that.
Never again. I'm so sorry, sweet prince.
Do you guys need a moment? We can leave.
So what do we think about preparation? Do you want me to just go ahead and delete what I put? I'm cool with that. I don't mind.
No, you can put it in there. Let's make it all fit.
Yeah.
Do we want to just bump it up to 2 writers and Paul, you be our other writer?
Oh gosh. Sure.
I mean, honestly, guys, it's like if you want to write something, don't be afraid to write it. We can always just, you know, there's a backspace on everyone's butt on keyboards. So
Is that a threat?
Okay.
no, it's an offer.
Backspace my life, Aaron. Let's go.
All right.
Okay. Participation.
Understanding all participation.
So what did we want to write down for participation? 'Cause that's, I mean, I feel like I wouldn't even know what to say to that. Like, oh, we're just gonna participate, right? Like, that's just.
I put attend
Like-
group meetings, contribute to group discussions.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's not too much more to it, I feel like.
Yeah, there's not a lot you can put there.
Attend group meetings and what else? What was it?
Contribute to group discussions.
Oh,
Okay,
Lord.
cool.
My bad.
Yeah, I put it like be involved on the conversation and put your input, but I don't know. So they put it in participation.
I worded mine like attend group meetings, not only physically, but mentally as well. Because I feel like a lot of
Oh,
times
okay.
we can mentally or physically be here, but we're not mentally there.
I think that needs. I don't know. Would you throw commas in between that? How would you attend group meetings physically and mentally and contribute to group discussions?
Yeah, I think that's grammatically correct.
Okay.
I think I don't know about this first comma, actually.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, no, because it's separating because it's a sidebar, right? So you would
That's
put
not a
commas in
sidebar.
between.
You can't just throw around that word.
We can just, yeah, we could just put both too. Like attend group meetings both physically and mentally. That way we
Yeah. Okay.
have a comma.
What about
I would say physically and mentally sounds silly because we're not here, guys. There's no group hugging. I would say being present during meetings. I mean, that means not only are you here, but you're engaged actively.
Mhm.
I don't know.
So attend group meetings.
Be present, actively participate.
Attend group meetings and contribute to group discussions,
Mhm.
or actively contribute to group discussion.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, like we said in the beginning,
That's good.
it's kind of hard to really expand on this one.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I think right there's good.
Yeah.
So no 30-minute bathroom breaks.
Yeah, Aaron.
Unfortunately. Come on, that was like
I'm
a minute, maybe
I'm
2.
It was
teasing.
long enough for me to hear about Alan Rickman. And
You're welcome.
Oh.
So just now, before you leave, I'm going to talk about Alan Rickman. You're welcome in advance. Or Johnny
Maybe you should be the jokester next week.
Yeah, that's
Oh my
sweet.
gosh.
And don't even get me started.
Also, as the timekeeper, it is almost an hour and 30 minutes in.
oh wow, you're gonna do your job?
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm just
I'm
kidding.
gonna do my job this meeting.
Good job. Organization, utilize Google Docs when appropriate to ensure everyone is working with the same information. For invites and planned meetings, have preparations in order early rather than immediately before to ensure no issues, prevent work and meeting occurring in a timely fashion.
That was a very run-on sentence. So
Yes.
feel free to adjust and edit. I was just noting earlier. I could even,
For invites and planned meetings have
for
appropriate.
documents and Zoom meetings, have those prepared in advance.
Yeah, in advance. I like in advance.
Okay.
So maybe somebody else has the solution, but I can't get rid of the rest of this box. I was able to on my copy, but on the Google Doc, I can't get rid of it.
Down here under productivity?
Yeah, like I can't backspace anymore without it. Yeah.
Is this your cursor down there, or is that?
Oh, sorry. Let me move mine out of the way.
Well, maybe I'm saying maybe we were stopping you from doing that. If
No,
everybody-
like it was letting me move the cursor and whatnot, but backspacing just brought me up to the text. It didn't actually eliminate the box or.
Oh.
Yeah, so I got it back onto this page. It's no longer on the next page, but I can't get rid of this.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Can you click on the little arrow? Like click this select borders. Can you do that?
Not the bottom one. I can't get to the bottom one.
Mm.
I can get to the sides.
I don't see a bottom one either.
Well, it's weird because this just like the box doesn't even have like an end; it just stops, and then the next page
Exactly.
doesn't have it.
Like it shouldn't be there because the footer is there, so it shouldn't even. I don't know.
I will say though, we do still have the policies, procedures, operations,
Yeah.
and then the timeline. And we're already an hour and 30 minutes in.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's like a faster way we could be working on this, because at this rate, it'll probably be like another hour. Because we're only what block is this? That's 4.
Can we, I don't know if this would be helpful, but can we go through and just copy and paste what everyone has for the note sections in each spot? So that way it's all already there.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Or each one can do one, like she was mentioning on that video. Each one was like inputting something, and then we just read it.
Yeah.
But it was 100 things
I-
and to delete it all of it.
I agree. It might be even harder to have like 5 different things and then try to combine them all in one sentence. So maybe
Yeah.
we all just want to pick something and copy and paste the notes we put.
Okay. Well, I'll put what I have for conflict resolution
No.
because I like my answer for that. So.
Mentioning she was talking about policies and the corrective actions for failing to expectate be a little controversial for us.
You're cutting out really bad.
Yeah, what was that, man? I'm sorry.
Everybody.
I don't know what my connection was fine the first 2 meetings. The was probably like the
And he's dead.
Yep.
I can't hear you if you're talking.
Oh no.
Oh wait, this is the wrong song.
Um.
Oh God, what did I do?
I don't know.
I'm so confused. Is everybody's document fine? Like, did I mess anything up for you?
No.
Okay, then it's just me. That's great.
Mm.
I'm back. There we go.
I know what's wrong with this box. We could shoot. I think we can just remove it. But I want to say, make sure we copy everything first to make sure we don't lose it.
Oh, mine did. That was weird. Let me fix this.
Mm.
Sorry, I hate those dogs. They're not my dogs, and they go crazy. I'm muting myself.
Terrifying.
testing.
Hey, he's not dead.
Let me take a look here. If I can, I'm gonna copy everything here and see if I can just paste it so we can just remove this box entirely. Damn it. Why?
I'm like, what's next? What's empty? I'm looking for something that's empty, and now my page just went somewhere. I don't.
We need 4 process improvement procedures, 5 changes to the charter, timeline and project plan. I'm not really sure how to go about that because we haven't had anything just yet.
So what I put for there was, let me find it really quick.
Mm-hmm.
I put just follow the syllabus, 2 meetings a week. And then my suggestion was like for a timeline is we try to do like meetings, say like no less than 3 days apart, and ensuring that meetings are done days before like the module is due.
That's
kind of like what I was doing.
Okay, I see.
I'll just copy what I have.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Welcome to our class group where we encourage copying.
Plagiarism.
That's recorded. So I threw what I had in decision making because I think it's what we've already been doing, but if anybody else has suggestions for like voting policies, please.
No, I like what you put.
Whoever's typing, you sound mad.
Sorry.
box is really causing me some anxiety, and I'm really working to try and fix it.
See, for the procedures, we are missing, right? So, like, I think that one, I said that we will be discussed because I don't know, like, how we're going to enforce policies. I don't think we even talk about that. Like, did we say, like, if somebody can't go to the meeting, what's going to happen?
I think. Sorry, you can go ahead. I'm choppy anyways.
Oh, no, are you sure? Okay. Well, what I was going to say is, and of course this is just what I think, but if someone misses the meeting, we can have them watch the meeting and then like write a one-page paper or whatever, just providing commentary on the meeting. Like, oh, I wanted to add this, or oh, this was a great point, Cheyenne, just stuff like that.
I like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was going to say earlier before I started cutting out really bad, I probably still am, but she was saying that everything's pretty straightforward as far as writing it goes, except for that part where everyone has to come up with like a corrective action for failing to meet the expectations for the meetings, like if you miss it or aren't participating, stuff like that.
Okay. I just want to throw it all away and start anew because of this box.
Do we need to put this under procedures or anything? Like when we would accept people missing a group meeting? Or is it just like, okay, if we miss a meeting, doesn't matter for what, we just have to do the one-page thing on the paper? Does that need to be included?
Wait, can you rephrase the question?
Sorry. So do we need to put in the procedures, I guess, like stipulations for missing a meeting? So say if we have an emergency, obviously that counts for an excused absence. And so they would go through and do the notes, the commentary on the meeting. Is that going to be an option for like any excuse of missing the meeting, or is it only like certain excuses? Does that make a little bit more sense?
So you're talking about like the severity or like like the situation. I think it gets kind of.
I'm tired. I just don't want to go.
I think that gets kind of into a gray area that kind of bleeds over into what I wrote about behavior. Like we address it ourselves initially to give someone a chance to change, to correct themselves, and if it continues, then we need to involve Dr. Chanley. But beyond that, there's not much we can do.
Mm-hmm.
We address it and then we can bring it to her. But other than that, there's not a whole lot. At least not that I'm aware of. Did you have something?
Oh, I didn't personally. I was just like wondering if that needed to be included.
I know.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I know it says on the rubric that needs to be included. To the extent of how much we write about it, I'm not sure, but that is one of the things that is on the rubric to be included. Is like policy for if a member misses a meeting.
Yeah.
Should we just include, since it is super broad, can we just put in there like it's up to the group's discretion?
Yeah, I think I agree. Or just put something like, in the event of a missed meeting, the group member is expected to watch the video and then write a one-page commentary on it or something like that.
So I'm on board for that with the one-page thing, but then like in the procedures, it's like asking us to define how the team will take action and enforce policies. So like, Like,
Who's going to be the collector of the one page of work?
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, would we all just read it during a meeting, or like even like it's not gonna be a graded thing either? So it's how can we make sure that's gonna get done by the person that missed the meeting?
Or maybe, I mean, it won't guarantee that they're going to get it done, but like during the next meeting, just like expect them to give a summary of what happened during the meeting
Okay.
prior. So it doesn't have to be like some crazy paper, but we'll know if they watch the meeting or not.
Perfect.
Yeah, that would make
That's great.
sense.
I was gonna say like maybe when we first start the meeting, the person that missed that meeting should say, "Hey, that's what I got. The feedback I have for you guys, and what happened at the meeting, and blah blah blah," and just telling us before we
I
started.
agree, Isadora.
True. And maybe if you know ahead of time you're going to miss the meeting, would we accept like a preemptive thing? Like, hey, I can't be there, but I'm going to send you my notes. I'm going to send you my commentary on the agenda.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I
Because
think
normally we have the work, right? Like we have to do all the writing.
So like if we're submitting our notes ahead of time, give our notes to whomever is like facilitating the meeting.
Yeah, that works.
But hopefully we can like pick times where we all can be at the meeting.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I see what you guys are saying. Like if something comes up and you're like, I can't make the meeting anymore.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. Give the notes to the facilitator.
Yeah, because that way it makes it a lot easier. Because it's like, you know, a page paper or whatever is like, I mean, are we all gonna really want to sit through and like read that and make sure it was done, or it'd be easier for just them to just give us a summary of what happened during the meeting? So I do like that a lot better.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I did not answer number 4 because I didn't know. I was like, I don't know.
That's fine.
Like,
I didn't answer any of them.
So I was like, I did not know about the policy. I was like, I was like, did we spoke about that? I was like, maybe I should go back and read everything because I don't remember.
Oh, on the template it has Roman numerical or it's
Yeah.
but on the Google Doc
It's
it
just
must have
numerical.
changed it. Did you just paste it in there, Marina?
I'm sorry, one more time.
When you copy the team charter from the Word document, did it just automatically change it to numerical instead of Roman numerals?
That's probably what happened because I just copied and pasted.
Okay.
I didn't do anything else to it.
Should we just like highlight the whole thing and change them to the same font?
Well, is everybody okay if I remove the numbers and just make the headings a little bit larger? But
I'm
still-
fine with that.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna skip number 4 because I don't know that, and I'll try to get the other ones.
Now, when you say number 4, do you mean the expectations?
Yeah, so like, because it says process improvement procedures, right? Like, explain how the team will monitor, implement, and track improvements to the team. Like, all I put in there is like, we would talk over and see what we need to go, but I don't know. Like, I literally did not.
That one,
Oh,
I think
see.
that one's already.
I see. There's another 4 under.
Oh, sorry, all the way on the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 7. It's like 7 points.
Oh, it's number 7, but okay.
I see.
Oh, I see.
I was
did
thinking.
not answer that. So, I mean, it's my bad. I was just like, okay, I don't know what to put on that.
Yeah,
A
I
lot-
mean,
I
like as. Go ahead.
No, please.
I was just gonna say, like, how would we track and implement improvements? I mean, like, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like that's a weird like word to have there. Like, improving what exactly? I guess the overall dynamic of the team.
Like we compared this meeting to the last meeting and
Oh,
that
okay.
first meeting. So like we're tracking our efficiency and we're tracking our, like you said, our synergy and stuff. But like you said, it is kind of hard to contextualize. Like
I think at the end of meetings, discussions about the meeting is a good way to track improvements, but I can't think of anything else.
coupling that with Dr. Chanley's feedback,
Feedback, yeah.
I think it covers our bases.
Okay, we can put that. And yeah, and she did say that. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, and that is in all the what's it called? The oh my God.
Agendas.
Yeah, the agendas. Thank you. I just
Yeah.
could not think of the
You're
word there.
You're good. You're good.
So we'll put end of this end of.
Yeah, these boxes are really throwing off our format.
Yeah, because once you start typing in one, it keeps moving everything around.
Yeah, like our number 6 procedures is on a different page than the answer, and it's killing me.
I feel like it needs to just be copied onto a Word document where there's control and then re-pasted back without the boxes.
Because we can like all put everything in, and then in the end we can just put it in Word and send it to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So changes to charter.
I remember why I don't like using Google Documents. Like this.
So are we going to make any changes to the charter? Are we planning on making anything?
I think that it needs to be open to be changed. Let me see what I wrote in my notes for that.
I put like build a collaborative atmosphere virtually so we can interact better.
I like that.
Oh, also, are we all submitting it like separately, or does one person submit it?
I
No,
think Karina.
Yeah, I'll just submit it for the entire team.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do we want to fix this format?
I'm just gonna do like a blank Word document.
Okay. Are you working on that, or should I?
You can. I was just fixing the headings of everything, and then I was gonna do it. But please.
So wait, what are we doing with the Word document?
Because we can't get rid of the box and the formatting. Like I did a print preview. It looks dreadful right now. We need to clean it.
It does look pretty bad.
It's like, oh my goodness. Oh goodness. Put my name on it.
So I'll transfer it into a Word document and try to fix those boxes.
Okay. I would
And
say
then
remove them entirely, since we're gonna have the headings in place. We don't necessarily need it to be in boxes.
They're bold anyway.
What if?
The difference.
Well, I don't want to change anything. I was gonna say I don't know if it would help, but there's like that. The very first page has just that
Yeah.
little paragraph. I don't know if if getting rid of that and like getting rid of the whole first page would fix everything.
Well, that's worth a try.
It's possible. We definitely don't need that anymore.
Yeah. I'm gonna cut it if you guys are cool with it, and then see what
Please. Yeah.
see what happens.
Go ahead.
Okay. And then we'll just bring all this up.
Light it up.
I wonder if we even need to keep this stuff.
Oops. Yeah, I don't know.
Watch the Flash.
I think those are instructions, so maybe not. Should we just have it say team charter for team number 1, and then just have all the stuff and then get rid of this text in between it?
I think that's fine. Amber, what did you ask?
I said,
Did anybody watch the Flash? Yeah.
Because Leonard Snart, he says, you make a plan, you stick the plan, and you
Throw the plan out.
I want to throw this document away. Like, just start over.
I love Snart. Oh, what a good actor, too.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, that's so funny. In my mind, I'm just like, Amber, calm down. You don't need to keep throw away the plan. Okay, we know.
Okay, that did not fix the box issue
Okay.
with
Maybe when she's copying to Word, we'll get that.
yeah,
Okay.
I think that's what we're gonna have to do though.
These headings too, Cheyenne, they may have to be recentered because they're off kilter right now as well. So
Okay.
Ooh, why do we have to do this in Google Docs? You know you can share Word documents too. Just saying.
Does Word documents do it by real time?
Oh, it does, but I think maybe it won't let you have multiple editors is the issue there. But it will let have multiple people have access to it, but
Honestly, this
it's not
damn white space under productivity is what's throwing this second.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how to get rid of it.
Yeah.
We thought you knew everything.
I never claimed that. I just didn't say no.
Android guy, you should
We
know.
just thought you knew. We didn't know.
You should know.
We're just saying we thought maybe you knew something we didn't know.
So do we want to go through and
Somebody
finish
playing with balloon animals?
What, Marina?
do we want to go ahead and do we want to finish all the actual text, and then as soon as we're done with that, copy and paste it into a Word document and fiddle with the formatting?
Yeah.
Yeah, we may as well type it out first.
Might as well finish it, and then move it to a Word to edit, and then you should be able to just repaste it into either this document, or if you have to create another one.
Okay, so all of our prompts have a response. So do we want to pick a place and just start looking down together?
Yeah, we should probably start with number 5, policies.
Yeah, so those first 3 are what notes I wrote down on mine and just pasted them in so we could see. Please do whatever you want to them.
For this one, I think it's almost necessary to have not necessarily bullets, but separate thought bubbles, because it's going to be different. Do you guys know what I mean? Because it's different.
Different situations we're responding to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are we taking the paragraph out? Because the last one has a paragraph, write a 1-page paragraph.
A 1-page paragraph? Or
Yeah. I can go through and edit this one if you guys want, or we can all do it together. So I said, in the event that a group member is not prepared, that should members could complete, or members.
It should probably just say, could it say members or a member?
Member will complete the notes assignment and submit it to the group with emphasized feedback on the specific content they initially failed to cover. Do we want to say and submit it to the insert one of the roles just to make it more specific? Or
Should
no?
it be the facilitator?
Okay.
To just keep the whole continuity of info sharing.
And then this content meeting. So in the event that a group member misses a content meeting, member will we're saying that, what are we saying, that the member is gonna
Responsible to include it. I don't know. Be responsible to include it and put it added.
So member will perform a summary. Member will watch the recording of the missed meeting and will perform a summary and commentary at the next meeting. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, I like that.
Should we, instead of perform, should we just say present?
Sure, yes. That's a much better verb.
Perform, you got to dress up and do a whole act.
No ukuleles.
Dude, I think for the last meeting, I'm gonna pull out the ukulele for him. I'm gonna do it. And then I'm gonna play it like garbage. And he's like, "You can't even play this garbage instrument, right?"
That is such an oxymoron. It's obviously garbage. It's a ukulele.
I know I saw something about, it's right there in number 5. It says you can also include rewards for going above and beyond duties. Should I put in the event that a group member goes above and beyond duties, the other group members will email Dr. Cheney and reward that group member extra credit? That was in the, on the rubric page. It said something about that.
Yeah, it said you could request to gift extra credit.
Yeah. Okay, so group members will email Dr. Cheney to request extra credit.
Should it say will? Because that makes it mandatory.
The other group members
could.
email Dr. Cheney to request extra credit for that group member.
We should just all email her and give us all extra credit opportunities.
You know we're on record, right?
Oh yeah. Hey, maybe since this is getting so long, she'll just be like, I'm gonna quit right here and just not really watch it.
Because it's so long, she'll say, "Oh, I wonder what went wrong."
Let's be a fun group to watch.
All right, what else do we think for policies?
I think we did. It's based on we are not gonna really miss a lot, so I feel like we're a good group.
Should we do? Nah, I think this is good. I think it's good.
So my only thing is, the second one about content meeting, we either change it to say meeting or we have to put one in about an assignment meeting. You know what I mean? Because if we politicize one meeting, we have to politicize both. And or for the assignment meeting, do we think there should be something different? And if so, what?
Yeah, that one's kind of difficult because if you miss an assignment meeting, you missed helping out with the project.
Yeah.
I think for the assignment meeting, we should have so if you know that you're going to miss it prior, then go through with a filled out agenda or notes, send it to someone. So that way you're still contributing. I don't know how we would do a makeup for that though.
Yeah, I don't either. I was kind of hoping that she would give suggestions in some of the documents we had, but I didn't see any. So,
do we also want to get rid of the bullet point on decision making since the other ones they're gone now?
Yeah, we can. I just hadn't gotten to that. I was.
Yeah, don't rush her, Aaron.
Oh my lord! Sorry.
Not all of us are in the bathroom.
I'm on a couch, actually. I don't.
Oh goodness, let me fix it. Okay.
Should we do a policy about if group members completely don't participate in a meeting? Or do you think it's
I don't know that there's anything that needs to be done. Since all of the meetings are going to be recorded, if someone's not participating, that will be...
It'll be pretty evident.
Yeah.
I also feel like it's kind of hard to not participate, especially if we do what we've been and we're literally calling on the person to give an answer.
Yeah.
It's going to hold up a sign that says, "I do not want to answer."
Okay, are we moving on to number 6, procedures?
I think this is just repeating the policy, though. Is this really
I think, we should probably, that was probably redundant. I think I might have put that. I don't know. Does someone else want to type this one? I can type it. Anybody else can type it?
I can type. I just tell me what.
He just isn't good at it.
Hey.
All right, well, this is all you.
Oh, so I did change decision making. There were I removed generally and made it just that general consensus will be utilized during scheduled meetings unless there's an urgent matter, and then for urgent matters, majority rule. Then, well, what is the word? I can't think.
This is before.
So for the procedure, how do we want to, I guess, make sure this happens?
For procedures,
Yeah.
So define how the team will take action, enforce policies, reward excellence, and manage performance.
Yeah.
I would say maybe one thing we can put is that, like at the start of every meeting, we're just gonna kind of discuss the meetings. Like, scratch that.
What did we have in there before it got removed? I can't remember.
It was exactly what we had in the policies box.
Yeah, it was like if a member misses a meeting, they will do this. So it wasn't a procedure, it was a policy.
Oh, okay.
So the procedure is, oh, look, a cat.
I want to see the cat.
The procedure is like how we make sure that policy happens.
Like, I feel like essentially we just need to keep each other accountable. But I guess it's like, how are we going to keep each other accountable?
Right.
Not put that into words. Like, we're going to review we could put something about like review team, like we all personally, individually review the team charter before team meetings and then call each other out if we're not following it.
See, I feel like both those blocks are like almost similar though, because it even says reward excellence and manage performance. And then in policies, it says you can also include rewards for going above and beyond. So it's like, that's literally the same thing.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like policy is what we're going to do. And then procedures, like how
we do it.
Yeah.
Do
we just want to say that the like say if a member misses a meeting, the next meeting, whoever the facilitator is, will alter that agenda to have a specified time to say, okay, Paul is going to take the floor now to summarize the meeting he missed to show that he's participating, something like that. So have it be, I guess, on the facilitator and the person who missed, or maybe even the host, or somebody new entirely, just to make sure somebody else is keeping that accountable.
Well, I think if you missed the meeting, you should be the one step forward in the next meeting and say, hey, I missed it. Let me tell you guys what I missed and what I got the feedback from.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. That sounds like something that is my responsibility, not the team responsibility, because I was the one who missed the meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we can put it there. There's like the person who missed the meeting is responsible for giving us a feedback and a roundup of what happened.
Yeah.
Well, that's even on the agenda, like it goes through a spot where it's, do we need to make any revisions or changes to the agenda? And then that's a great place for somebody to jump in and be like, okay, like, yes, we're adding this, and let me go through what I missed.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've been copying everything onto a Word document and hopefully formatting it right.
Okay.
So when we finish this, hopefully it'll transfer onto a Google Doc and be semi-normal.
Do you want to create a second Google document?
How do I do that?
So you'll have to go into the Google Drive under your ASU, and you're going to create a document. Invite everybody.
Okay.
Amber, I appreciate that you changed your font for your signature.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I was going to do that. I was like, maybe no, I don't really. Fine, I'll change it. What is yours?
I'm going to wing dings mine. Here we go.
Lobster, got it.
Let's whip out the Comic Sans.
Oh god.
No, let's not do that. Which font did y'all use? I like that one.
It says lobster.
Lobster.
Yeah. I didn't
Everyone
even
use
realize
lobster.
Oh,
Well,
I think
just-
yours is italicized, Paul.
that. Yeah, it is.
Oh,
He's fancy over here.
It just looks more cursive, the slant.
More cursive-y. Yes.
Yeah. If we wanted to, we could just actually sign this as like a scanned PDF, but that's getting unnecessary.
Oh my, yeah.
yeah.
Freaking try hard over here.
So I changed it, everybody. So we all the same. There you go.
Okay.
Okay. I like what we have for procedures now. There's
Yeah,
like
sorry, I just started typing.
no, yes.
Man, I couldn't because there were like 3 cursors in there, and I was trying to figure
Oh,
it out.
I'm
We were
sorry,
hogging it
Paul.
up.
I didn't mean to step on your toes.
No, you did great. Thank you. Remember.
So should I put anything else? The team members that miss the meeting will be responsible for completing the summary at the next meeting. The entire team will be responsible for enforcing policies within the group
Thank you. I think
by holding one another accountable.
I like that.
yeah, I like that too. Okay.
So is that everything on the team charter? Are we done? We just have to fix this ridiculous
Well,
block situation.
we didn't technically cover all of these. Like
Yeah,
we
we
didn't,
still have the decision making, the conflict, everything else.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I went through the decision making. If you guys want to just read through it.
yeah, I like the adjustments you made. Everything looks good to me. I just think we didn't technically go over it in the meeting yet, so I think we have to
Oh, okay. Let me.
We can just do it real quick.
let you.
Go on, Amber.
Wonderful. Okay, so I have that decisions will be addressed with an open floor discussion. General consensus will be utilized during scheduled meetings unless there's an urgent matter. And majority rule will direct team actions when consensus is not available. So if we
This is
can't
it.
make a choice, we're going to vote, and we'll go from there. Oh, I guess I should add that we should use Dr. Chan if we need a tiebreaker too.
That'd be fun.
Yes. Yes. If necessary.
It's very well worded. I like it.
Okay.
So for conflict resolution, someone put the group will handle internal conflict by addressing the issues within the group during meetings. If the issue cannot be resolved within the group, the facilitator will contact Dr. Chanley. Additionally, the team will complete icebreakers at the beginning of each meeting in order to build team trust.
So I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead. You got it.
My only issue there is, let's say the issue is with the facilitator.
Right.
Oh, hello.
Sorry.
Sorry. Sorry. Go ahead, Isadora.
That was my dogs. I was saying sorry.
I wrote that one. I just threw the facilitator in there just to kind of give the whole, just to give it structure. We can totally change that. I just thought it would be good to designate one person, but that's a really good point. If the issue is with the facilitator,
Maybe
we
we
could
could.
just say without that part and say if the issue cannot be resolved within the group will contact Dr. Chanley, as a whole, be like, hey, we have an issue here.
Yeah, we could just say Dr. Chanley will be consulted.
Yes.
heard.
Oh, you got it. Nice.
Okay, done. And I put the thing about trust in there because that, again, sorry to beat a dead horse, that is on the rubric. So
No,
Yeah,
that's
you're
all
good.
the basis.
You're doing great.
Mm-hmm.
all right, cool. So for problem solving, we have chatting with the group virtually. Make sure we are all on the same page as we go along the meetings, discussing the next steps as we go along the process of the class. So I like what's written there. I just think it can be worded up a little bit better.
That's what I have you, see?
Just making sure it's in APA format, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, I just want to say I love how all our signatures look very pristine.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yes.
Okay, you know what?
Thank Paul for
Oh,
that
someone
one.
changed it for me. Thank you. I was gonna say I haven't had time to change it yet.
Someone was just like, I'll just do this for you.
Yeah, I just changed it for
Yeah.
everybody. We all can match Paul since he wants to be fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Everybody's lobster and italic, so we're good.
everybody's lobster.
Lobster sounds amazing. Oh my
It
goodness,
does, right? And crab, snow crab would be really nice right
you
now.
guys have no idea.
Guys, I eat a lot of seafood here in Alaska, like a
Yeah,
lot.
You
it's
do.
all you have.
And I don't eat a lot of seafood, so it's different for me.
Now I'm hungry. My goodness.
Alright.
Okay. I
I
think.
did get your notice too for the second Google Doc, Cheyenne.
Okay, perfect. I was just gonna bring that up. I think I sent it to everyone.
I feel like
Marie.
problem solving is similar to conflict resolution, right?
Revolution. Yes, that.
I mean, they are similar, the concepts. So I guess our answers would have to be.
Oh my god, this team charter looks so much better already.
Yay! Oh, I didn't even open it up. Let me open
I
it
didn't
up.
open either. It's like, wait.
Wait. Where's the new one? Wait, what? What's going on?
It's emailed.
Because this one it's not working since it doesn't like.
So are we going to a new one?
Well, no, we don't have to leave this one yet because Cheyenne was moving things over into it so that it's all concise, right?
Okay.
Mhm.
So I'm just gonna keep typing or no?
You can keep
Yes.
typing.
Yeah.
Yes. Everything's going to get switched over. I just preemptively went and looked at it.
Okay.
I just
Sorry.
requested access. So.
I am getting delirious. The group will problem solve through open discussions during meetings.
Should we leave it at meetings or should we say like during meetings or outside communication?
During meetings and group discussions
Mhm.
or group chats, group conversations, group.
I would say group
Outside of-
communication.
Yeah.
Group communication, whatever the means is, however we're gonna.
The group will problem solve through open discussions during group communication.
Yeah. So I mean, we text, and we've had some problem solving via text message already. Not so much email. That have we used that? It's mostly been text or during our Zoom meetings that we've had to address issues.
Do we want to put one more snippet about how we actually about problem solving? So we'll problem solve through open communication. If it can't be resolved through talking, we can have Dr. Chanley mediate. Or what do you guys think?
I think that problem solving could be handled democratically. So if we need to vote, I would say that's very similar to, where did it go? Our decision making. So if there are problems that need to be addressed as a group, we can make a decision or make a choice for an action.
So this first little paragraph here, starting with chatting, it needs some work. Like it's.
I started a new paragraph to kind of paraphrase what.
Oh, okay, and then we're getting sick.
Sorry, that's how. Yeah.
You're doing great.
So I was just gonna reword what Isadora put because I think Isadora has the concept down. Just reword it and then the top paragraph.
Okay, great. Hey, Cheyenne.
Yes.
I requested access. Did you get the? Did you get that?
Where would it show up?
I have no idea.
Marina, when we requested access earlier, did you get an email about it or where did it show up for you?
I did get an email. I got, yes, for my ASU email, yes. You want me to try to access it right now?
Oh, hang on. I think I found. Okay. I think I granted you access, Paul.
Okay, I'll just wait for the email.
I'm glad I didn't get that because I have no idea where to find it either. I can type, so I was like, cool.
Okay, so for problem solving, I have the team will solve problems through open discussions during group communication. If the problem cannot be resolved through a discussion, the group will vote and go with the majority rule. Thoughts?
Well, wouldn't the vote and all that be part of the group discussion, so it is getting resolved via group discussion?
I definitely know what you mean. I guess in my head, I saw it more of as like, okay, we're talking like, do you guys want to do this? No, no, no. What about this? No. All right,
So
well,
like
let's,
if the group is split.
Vote.
yeah.
Okay, so like
But
if
I
the
see
group
what you're saying. If we want to change the wording, I'm totally down for that.
maybe if we said like if a single solution cannot be agreed upon,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why we would have to vote because we would literally need to break that kind of tie.
I think that's really good. So if the group cannot come to a consensus, what do you think about that, Paul? If the group cannot come to a consensus through a discussion, the group will vote?
Yeah, I agree.
Or here, how about you change the wording? Because
No. I think that's because that also that resorts back to the decision making that Amber typed up for us. So yeah, I think that's good.
Okay. Is there anything else anybody wants to add for the problem solving?
No, I like it.
Okay.
And then I have the one written below that.
Nice.
I just kind of bullet pointed it. I don't know.
I'm sorry if I'm not talking too much. I'm just trying to get everything transferred over so that way we can end this meeting.
You're good.
Possible.
You're good. Please, by all means, focus on the format because that matters more. But just so you know, I do not have access. I haven't received an email for it.
Okay. I'll try it again.
You're good. Yeah, this looks a lot like even just our version here looks a lot better, so I'm sure the new one looks even better.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks a lot more organized.
Paul, here's paul.m.martin105@gmail.com, correct?
Yeah, that's my Google Doc, yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god. I've been checking my Yahoo. I'm so sorry. That's my primary email. I don't use my Gmail. Yeah, I have two. Oh god, I'm so sorry.
Okay. You're good as long as you got it.
Yes, I'm good now. Thank you. I don't know why I didn't. Oh, this looks so much better.
Yeah.
Wow. Holy cow. Yeah, get rid of those boxes. I don't.
Okay, I kind of reworded the process improvements procedure. I put the group will discuss and process group improvements at the beginning of each meeting when they review Dr. Chamy's feedback from the previous meeting. Additionally, at the end of each meeting, the team will discuss how the meeting went and what each team member thinks the group can improve on.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put the group will discuss, not discuss and process.
Okay.
redundant. Okay. The group will discuss group improvements, etc.
All right, and then changes to the charter, revisions should be suggested to the group first, either in meeting or via text/email, then added into the document once agreed upon.
I think that's good.
That sounds good. I don't see anything. We don't need to change anything to the changes to the charter section.
And
All
then
right.
time project plan also looked good to me.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, the signatures look good. All of them but Paul's, really. Like, his is just, you know.
You can fuck with
Oh, it no matter, right? Because we all changed to the new bullet thing, so it's gonna
Yeah.
so we have to change to the lobster and the other one, so we all good.
Okay, so question looking at this new document, which again looks so much better. Let's see, the primary like section, so like expectations, right? Should that be, I guess, like, should we do something about it? Yeah, Amber. Should we do something about that separates it from communication? Yeah, like that. Either
Middle, yeah.
underline it or both. It's just something so it gives the document a little bit more structure.
Mhm. Feel free to make whatever changes.
I'm gonna delete the whole
Oh,
thing.
guys, this looks
Oh,
so
don't
good.
do-
I'm just opening it. It looks so good.
And I'm still moving over the last couple things that were discussed.
Man, this isn't even the last thing on the agenda.
I know. I was gonna mention that. I was like, dude, there's still.
Granted, we've kind of touched on almost all of it.
Guys, before I submit the final like submission, should I change Paul's signature font back to Times New Roman? Everyone else has the fancy font but him.
Yes.
You know, once you submit it, we can still alter it, right?
Wait, what?
Once
Oh,
you
once I
submit it,
submit it, true. You're gonna be checking it every hour.
hell yeah.
He's just gonna get rid of your signature altogether. Like,
He's
I'm gonna
gonna
get
go
rid of
Android and just change everything.
I'm gonna get rid of everyone, and only my name is gonna be on this.
And will you move your cursor from changes to the charter, please?
oh, I'm sorry. Which one? I'll
Oh,
do both.
you're good. I just needed to like copy and paste right there, and it wouldn't let me.
No, I got you.
Appreciate it.
Wait, it's missing a line between my name and Aaron.
I don't.
Yeah, we
I
should
can do
also
that.
probably have the signatures all on one.
Yeah, we can just enter it down a few. And
Yeah,
put it
I wasn't gonna move it until Cheyenne was done.
Hang on, I'm moving the last thing, and then do we need to like get rid of some of these spaces?
I don't know how to add that line,
I
but it's
just copied the other chart from the other one, so we have
Oh, now there's two charts.
That's okay. Well, the one that whenever it was copied over just now, it just didn't have
Anarchy.
all the lines. I tried to fix the lines, but I couldn't.
No, I see.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't know how to do that either. It's like, I don't know.
So we're gonna delete this one. I know you've been working so hard, Cheyenne. I am so sorry for your
I'm
effort.
so offended.
Burn it down.
Many apologies. I'm gonna go ahead and delete that. And yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did it, guys.
Mm,
Done.
But this looks so much better.
Do we need to change anything to the membership section up at the top? I just changed the font size. That way it's the same as everything else. But
Membership.
a box or anything?
Membership. Oh, team. Oh, you know what?
It be the
That
yeah,
one's
the thing.
18. The headings are all 16, so it should be in the middle as well, and then also italicized. And then I would say just a second space in between. Should be good. Yeah. Gosh darn it. Just kidding.
I'm glad we ended up changing the format. This looks a lot better.
I don't like
The share
the membership
accountability.
portion being to the side. I feel like that should also be centered, just so it's not
Which one is that?
Purpose needs to be centered.
No, because it's not, I would say, a heading.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
And then, so this is our membership, and this is, talking about who's here and what their roles are. Then next, the expectations, and then whatever policies we have in place.
Perfect. I like that.
We just need to
This is good.
eliminate some of these additional
Yeah.
spaces. Oops, just kidding.
There you go.
Ooh, it looks really nice, guys.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to change the shared accountability on the last page.
Perfect.
Yay.
Cool.
Awesome. I think this
That
is
other document was 11 pages long, guys, with those boxes.
Yeah, that's insane.
Okay.
we calling that good for the charter?
Yep.
I think so.
Okay. Cool. And then Marina, you're gonna turn it in.
Yes.
Perfect.
I'm going to turn in Team Charter 1, not Team 1, Team Charter. Because there's
And you're not going to change my signature.
right.
Yeah. It's okay.
Okay.
I don't like the laughing. I don't.
And
know
you
what's
don't like
going on.
people laughing at you?
I do, but
We're laughing with you.
that's not.
Okay. So now that we're done with that, moving on to item 10, any other thoughts, comments, or discussion posts from anything that we have gone through?
I don't have anything.
I don't either.
I don't have any either.
We're like, let's hurry up.
Number 11, any questions for Dr. Chanley?
I think I wrote one down, and I just wanted to know like examples from previous courses or previous groups with their like policies and procedures, because I'd like to know if there were any out there that she thought were like especially beneficial.
Mhm.
That was
Or
like,
examples of really unique ones that she's heard would be
yeah,
nice.
like really dumb ones or something would be great.
I
I
feel like, yeah, with the criteria, we could have gotten super specific or like super not specific. So
my other question, I know that there was something about like timing and everything in the syllabus about group meetings. And like, do we get docked points if we go over a certain amount of time, or is it just like if we go under a certain?
I don't think so. I think it was just that she gave like average.
Oh, okay, because I'm used to that.
I think
I was gonna say
maybe
we'll
it's
find out.
an hour, but I don't know.
Okay, cool. Any other questions for Dr. Chanley?
I don't believe so.
Okay, moving on to how did this meeting go? I think overall this meeting went pretty well. I feel like we got a lot accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody had opportunity to speak and contribute ideas based off of our notes and our reading, as well as everyone contributed quite a lot to the team charter. Anybody else want to add anything to how this meeting went?
For our next assignment, we should have 2 Google Docs, one that's blank and one with a template.
Yeah, now we know like how to.
Absolutely. That was really causing me some stress. I was like, there's no reason this box is working against me, but we know.
No, it was great work though, getting rid of them also.
Live and learn.
Okay.
Awesome. So any changes needed for the next meeting? I think that we got everything done from this meeting, so we don't need to add anything to the agenda.
Yeah.
Changes as a result from Dr. Chanley's feedback. Most everything she said was pretty positive, so I think we continue doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
Anybody have anything else that they feel needs to be changed for the next meeting?
We need to address changing our roles.
Yes. Oh, yes. Good point.
Which is
Um,
also 14, the next bullet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
So 14, review the instructions for the next meeting and set up roles, date, and time. So currently, Amber is host. I'm facilitator. Isadora. Joe.
I'm frozen.
Marina is submitter. Aaron. Timekeeper. Paul. Challenger. How do we want to swap?
Does anybody want a specific role this time around?
I'll be the facilitator if nobody else wants it next time.
Okay, I can be the host if nobody else. I have experience with YouTube and whatnot, so I'm not.
I will be the jokester.
Ooh, okay.
Well,
I can be the submitter.
I'll be timekeeper.
what am I?
Challenger.
Challenge.
Timekeeper. Or yeah, that.
Oh, shouldn't
Timekeeper is not really a job.
I'll make it a job.
Excuse me? I think I did a fantastic job today.
We're at
2.5 hours later.
12:30 for you. We didn't do.
You should do like Starbucks, put 10-minute timer on you, and then every time
Oh, yeah.
hour time on you,
Nice.
and that, like that. I mean, guys, we are at an hour. Come on, let's go.
So for those roles we just dished out, is everybody cool with what they got? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
okay,
Hang
do we
on,
want to just
okay.
one more time?
I'm trying. Wait, what did you say? Sorry.
Do you want to just one more time say who we are?
Oh, okay, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
so like Marina.
Paul is going to be host.
Yeah.
Marina is facilitator. Aaron is submitter. Amber is
Jokester.
the
Jokester.
jokester.
It's gonna be about Alan Rickman. Or something.
Isadora is
Challenge.
challenger, and then I am the timekeeper. I made a note of that, and then I can send it in the group chat as well.
Okay.
Awesome.
So now the time. When do we want to meet, guys?
Did
Well-
everybody get that invite that I did?
I did. I submitted for you. I think I only saw me, you, and Paul on there.
Wait,
Oh,
wait.
yeah.
Are we talking about Doodle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
I kind of figured it out. But if you can't go to any of those meetings, you still should respond that you can't attend.
Oh, I didn't even know there was.
I think you answered because I only saw your name, my name, and Amber.
I didn't put anything in there.
A poll is what it was. But you just put that you're okay to do all of the meetings, Paul. Is what
Yeah.
you,
I don't remember doing this.
okay. Well, you did.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Let's
Yeah,
see.
because it says only 2 participants in the thing, besides
Did
me.
you-
Yeah, that's what I have like on the thing.
Oh, so I fiddled around with it, but I can definitely put more effort into it tomorrow, figuring
Okay.
it out.
okay. So, question, Amber,
Yes.
do you have it pulled up right now?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Does it say that I'm unavailable for Sunday?
Okay, let me take a look at it now. It says September 8th, Sunday, you are not available.
Okay.
then for
That's not
Isadora-
exactly true, but I
Okay.
just wanted to make sure it worked.
That's okay. And then for Isadora, you said that September 6th will not work for you.
No, because I close.
Okay. So if everybody else can, do it, we can see if we can meet our next meeting within that, or we can try and schedule it over the phone right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've already been at this for a while. So if everybody can try it and do it, then we can do our next meeting, which will be anywhere from the 5th through the 9th then for the next meeting and that will be, for module 3 content discussion.
Mhm.
Wait, sorry. So did you guys get a email invite to the Doodle group?
He send it on the group text.
I
On
sent
the
it in the text, and I think I may have emailed
I got it. Yeah, you did. I got the
did it
email.
both ways. So I texted it a link in our group chat, and then I also emailed it to everybody's ASU email.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you should be able to just log in, like if you use the link that's in the chat, pull it up, and it'll let you participate that way.
You have to sign in though, but
Okay, cool. I found it.
And then if someone else wants to do it as well, we can do it the other way too. where if someone has the limited availability, they're sending out the poll.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Not
I'm
that-
just confused how this works. So
So-
it has to be from the 5th through the 9th?
Well, I just did it for the 5th through the 9th because that's when our next meeting it needs to be done by. So module 3, meeting 1 needs to occur before September 9th. Today's already the 3rd. So we only have, a short amount of time to do
What does everybody's Sunday look like? The 8th?
I'm open.
Hey,
I close.
sorry, I've got a question. I'm looking at my module 3. I don't have anything to do until the 15th.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I don't have the 9th. The 9th is not a date for me.
Are you looking at the actual schedule? Or what are you looking at?
The Canvas course module,
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen to
the
Canvas.
hyperlinks and all that.
You need to review your course, whatchamacallit, schedule.
Okay.
Mine is on the 15th too. It says module 3.
Meeting to be scheduled.
to the 15th.
So it says we have to have this meeting. It says meeting to be scheduled by the team between M99. So not 99
Wait, where are you reading that at?
on the actual schedule.
Oh, I'm cutting out still.
Wait, where did you get the schedule from? Is it on the syllabus?
This is the updated version that she put on Canvas, 822 version.
Yeah, let me pull it up.
I didn't see that one, sorry.
Mind you, I might be misunderstanding this, but it says, so this is the team 3 content discussion. It needs to be done by the team between, it says M99 and before discussion 3.2, which can occur from 9:09 through 9:15.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, I see what you're looking at, and then the top of, like before the link, it says, please rely on this and not the due dates in the classroom course.
Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good catch.
So
Thank
as
you.
far as this, like, as far as from now until the 9th, I close every single day. So I wouldn't be able to do it on a weekday until after like 10:30 my time, which is Eastern.
1 a.m.
O'clock?
What time is it in EDT right now? Is that
Right.
EDT?
EDT is Eastern, right? Or wait,
We're EST.
yeah, okay.
Do you guys know what I mean? On Zoom, it says like 10 p.m. EDT.
I don't know.
So what time? are these
Right
on
now,
Zoom?
it's 8:30 my time.
Yeah.
On Zoom, what are these times? So when it says 10 p.m. where? Like 10 p.m. my time or 10 p.m.
Arizona time.
Okay, is that what EDT is?
That might be like Mountain Standard Time, I think.
So when
it's for, when I have them here, it says Mountain Standard Time, MTS. But I wonder if maybe it's accounting for what your your time zone is. I don't know.
Are we looking at this?
2 a.m.
When
Like one of my options is 2 a.m. on Friday.
one of your options
Is 2 a.m.
it must be doing it in your actual time zone, because when the meeting times that I made available are Arizona time 7 p.m. through 11 p.m., Friday 7 p.m. through 11 p.m., Saturday 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., Sunday
Yeah.
1 a.m. to 10 p.m., and then 7 p.m. through 10 p.m. on that September
I think
9th.
it goes through whatever app you have, because mine it says 6 to 10. And I'm in Alaska, so mine is different.
Hmm.
So it may be accounting for whatever your individual time zone is as well.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Or we can just discuss right now on the thing and find out what we
Okay.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Aaron, you said you close consistently, yeah?
Yeah, I close.
Let's talk about your availability. What are weekdays like? I know that's
So
for everybody, but
this is tough because Friday's probably like not Friday. I don't know. Friday and Saturday are probably too late because I don't get off till 11:30, and then even then we'd be starting it, around then anyways. So I probably won't even be able to get to bed until like 2 a.m., probably later, depending. But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like Sunday would be best for me. I mean, obviously, I can try to work around it with you guys, but Sunday works best for me afterwards. I don't know
Sure.
about.
What's your schedule on Sunday? Because I know you have a few church commitments, right?
Yeah.
Sunday, I am available after. Hang on. Let me see. I'm working a missions booth that day, so I need to double check what time that finishes. I should be good after 2 on Sunday. So 2 Arizona time.
Okay.
Okay.
You open on Monday though?
I work at 6:45, so I'll be up like around 5. But that's not bad. Like that's fine.
I open on Monday.
Can anyone do Sunday morning like we did the first meeting, or no? Is that
I could do I could do Sunday morning. I don't know. I think Cheyenne church.
It depends.
I open on Sunday as well.
Okay, she opens, so.
Right.
So does Sunday afternoon work for everyone?
I'm free until like 10 p.m. Arizona.
But Aaron closes on Sunday, and then I open.
So on Saturday this week, I don't even come in till 5, which is later than usual. So I could probably do it before that.
So that's Arizona time, 2 o'clock, Alaska,
Yeah.
1 p.m. How does that sound?
So I work Saturday from 8 to 4.
Okay.
And that's a switch because all the managers are out, right? So I have to be in the store.
Yeah.
They're all in Chicago. Yeah, they are having a meeting, all the managers all over Starbucks are in Chicago.
Okay, so Saturday and Sunday are both out of the picture. I close Friday, so I wouldn't get home until 9 p.m. Arizona time.
You said you open Friday?
I close Friday. I open Saturdays. I open Sunday, Monday.
So what is does Friday morning work for anyone?
I open.
It's got to work.
Yeah, I have to work.
She's 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
What does
2 a.m. meeting, y'all?
look like for you guys?
Sorry, what was that, Cheyenne?
Thursday evening? I know that it's kind of soon.
Thursday
I can do that.
for me.
What was that?
Thursday's good for me.
I can do Thursday evening after 10:30. My time, EST.
Okay.
So it'd be really late.
7:30 Arizona time.
Or I could do Thursday before 2, like in the morning.
I work that morning. Plus
Yeah.
Amber has 9 to 5.
So is that 8 o'clock for you, Aaron? Or is that 8 o'clock Arizona time?
No, he said after 10, which for us is
after 10 my time, so that'd be 7 p.m. for you guys.
7 p.m. Okay.
7:30.
Okay.
Does that work for everybody?
Yeah.
On Thursday,
at 7:30 Arizona time.
I get off at 6:30, which is 7:30 Arizona time.
Can you do?
Dial in with your mobile phone.
How long does it take to get home?
We could do
5
8 o'clock.
Yeah, 5
8
minutes.
o'clock just so you have time to get home, Isadora. Would 8 o'clock work for everybody?
Yeah, or I can see if I can leave. I can talk with another lady and see if she can come in a little early and I can leave.
Well, okay, let's just Isadora. What time would you get home?
It takes me 5 minutes from the store to my house.
Okay, so yeah, if you get off at, you said
6:30
for you. If we started at 7 for you, would that be okay? Or would you want more time?
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine, but it's kind of late for you guys.
8 p.m.
Fine.
for us isn't. Yeah, 8 p.m. works for me.
It's perfectly fine for me.
Aaron and Zigga work for you guys? Or?
That'd be 11 for us.
Yeah.
I can't.
Do
Yeah,
you
like
open in the morning on that on Friday, Marina?
No, but I have a different obligation at 6 a.m. It's not work, but it's I can do the 11 p.m. meeting on Thursday. Maybe next week though we can try having like I don't know. It's just like 1 a.m. for us, so
I know it's
I don't want
super
to get in
late.
the routine of like being up till, because that meeting's probably going to take us till like 2-ish, so I don't want to get too much in the habit of being up super late, but I can definitely do 11 p.m. on Thursday this time, yeah.
So that's Arizona 8 o'clock
wait,
Yeah.
what? You said Thursday?
on Thursday.
Uh-oh.
So that would
Fine,
be
guys.
September.
I can come in at 6 or 7 o'clock or a time, whatever. I can come in early. I
Oh,
can
you sure?
Yeah, I can switch. No big deal. I can make them change. I can be like 7 p.m. Arizona time or 6 p.m. Arizona time. I can change it.
Would that be enough of a change for you guys, Aaron and Marina?
It's a little bit earlier for you guys.
Yeah.
Well, Aaron still closes, so we can't start till he gets home from work, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Assuming I get done and we get out of the store at 10:30, I could be home by 10:45 and then start.
So 11's like theoretically the soonest we can start, Aaron. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have to do 8 p.m. Arizona time, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. 7 p.m. Isadora time.
You could just make sure, like, because we don't want to have another 2.5-hour meeting, especially if we're going to be up late. So
It's going to be only a content discussion, so it should be considerably shorter. We should be really right at that hour and change.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I'm looking at the agenda for the next meeting. The prompts are real straightforward, and I think it's okay.
Okay.
The only issue I could see us having is that if you go on to Canvas, it also brings up the half-hour extra group assessment.
For the
But that's
Module 3 content or the Module 3 assignment meeting?
content 3.1.
Okay,
It's
so
not
that's
in
going
the
to
actual agenda.
It says that you may add your option and add the half an hour, right?
Yeah. Okay, so we can do it on 3.3.
That's fine.
Yeah, because it says note this meeting only. You may at your option add half an hour or so.
Yeah. So we can do it on the next meeting. We don't have to do it on this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Right,
Thursday.
Sets down 7 o'clock, Arizona time.
Correct.
Arizona
It'll
time,
be 8
7 p.m. for you, Isadora,
Arizona.
11 for Aaron and I.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. So I think we have everything done. I'll send the new rules in the group chat. Our next meeting is set for Thursday at 8 p.m. Arizona time. Marina's going to submit our team charter. Anything anyone wants to say before we leave?
Good night.
Good night. Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Good job, guys. Thank you.
Whew, we made it. Have a good night, guys.
Bye.
See ya.
I always forget where to